The second half of the high school football season begins tonight, and the Wampus Cats visit a fierce rival in Cabot. The Cats are 2-2 with the losses coming to the number 2 ranked North Little Rock Charging Wildcats and the number 3 ranked Bentonville Tigers. Tonight, it's another top 5 opponent as Conway takes on unbeaten Cabot. Conway had North Little Rock on the ropes last week and will have to play a great game to go on the road and get their first conference win tonight. Kickoff is less than 30 minutes away. But first, it's the Conway Regional Health System pregame show, and that is next on Conway Corp. Welcome back. It is the Conway Regional Health System pregame show. I'm Jeff Matthews, joined by the voices of the Wampus Cats, Levi Gilbert and Tim Roach. Before tonight's game at Cabot, there are 3 unbeaten teams in the 7A Central. Bryant, who will play at the end of the year, North Little Rock last week, we had them on the ropes, and then Cabot tonight. Guys, before we talk about the Panthers, let's go back a week. Levi, what are your thoughts and the way that the Cats fought? And man, they had a chance there at the end.
Oh man, it was such a fun game. I mean, it was just fun to finally be in a really competitive back and forth affair with North Little Rock. We haven't had one of those in quite a while. And I mean, we had them on the ropes. We were driving late. We had opportunities. I think that's going to be the biggest frustration for this team as they put it behind them, is they know that they had opportunities and could have easily walked away with a win. And so you can't let that stuff linger for too long, because you got another opponent this week that's really good too. But I will say, if we see North Little Rock again in the playoffs, I don't think anybody's going to be as daunted as maybe we have been in the past. They're going to be ready to play them again.
And Tim, your thoughts on a Cabot team that is playing some really good football? They had go out of state to pick up a game last week, a win over Collierville, Tennessee. But Coach Reed has been there a couple of years now. They brought in some talented players. They've got a kid at quarterback that's committed to play for UCA. It's not your mom and dad's Cabot team, just like we're not your mom and dad's Conway team, but it should be another good one tonight.
Their offense in the second year under Scott has been very prolific in the first 4 ball games. A little bit of a question, just like North Little Rock, who have they really played? Yeah. So the talent level that they're about to face this Friday night is going to go up tremendously. You saw North Little Rock last week. They struggled a little bit with the speed of Conway. I don't think Cabot has played anybody like Conway in terms of the speed on the offense. So I think it's going to be a really good game. They are very talented. G is a very good quarterback. He looks like a quarterback when he gets out on the field. He's got a couple of good receivers and a good strong running back and a defensive line for Cabot that is extremely tough.
You can't underestimate the power of a rivalry game, Levi. I know that you grew up in Clarksville. You had some rivalries over there. When you talk about Conway sports, you talk about Cabot, you talk about Bryant really primarily. There's something to that.
Yeah, and think about the last 2 games, the last 2 times we've gone to Cabot. It has been some very wild games. We were 0-5 4 years ago, went to a 5-0 Cabot team and just shocked them and the whole state. And then 2 years ago, we played them in this tight, crazy game, went to overtime. I mean, you kind of just throw everything out. You've got 2 really good teams this year, but even then, it's like, who knows what's going to happen? Anything can happen when you're playing against Cabot.
We talked about it in the past, Tim, about how this season, of course, with the no contests that have happened with the COVID cancellations, everybody's going to get the chance to make the playoffs. Whether everybody decides to participate is another story, but you're playing for seeding as much as ever. And Conway's chance is really to try to get to the 2 seed. That goes out the window if we can't get a win at Cabot, though.
It's a must game. You hate to say that this early in the conference season, but it already is. Going 0-1 is against North Little Rock. While it's somewhat kind of in Conway's view, sometimes we're expecting that. This past game was a good indication of where we are and the maturity level of this offense. Defensively, I think we've got some things we're figuring out as well, playing a lot of young folks, as we've talked about. But offensively, I believe we're starting to click, and we're starting to see that progress that Mark Kelly wants to see in his offense. I have a feeling Cabot doesn't really know what they're in for on Friday night.
Tim, I do want to ask you one more question. We're going to visit with Jaden Williams in a few minutes in our senior spotlight. What are your thoughts on the big man that we saw on the basketball court and seen on the football field playing a lot of different roles?
He's the guy that in the basketball season last year took over in the final few games of the season. I mean, just really wore out some of the better players in our conference, and we've got some good big men. So his athletic ability is tremendous. His upside potential is tremendous. He's playing a new position. For the first time, he's playing left tackle. That's the most key position on the offensive line. We gave him the reins there. He showed some progress in his first game against North Little Rock. You kind of threw him right into the Wolves or to the Charging Wildcats, so to speak. But he did a great job, so much so that he's now a D1 candidate at that position for Missouri.
There's been some good ones that have come through the left tackle spot. You think about two major college players. Colton Jackson went to the Razorbacks. Robert Scott's at Florida State. And now, Jaden has fallen right in behind him. So it'll be fun to watch his progression the last half of the year. There's not a whole lot that he couldn't do on the field. And the size that he has is just so incredible. And again, we will visit with him in just a moment as part of our pregame show. Levi and I will have that conversation coming up in just a little while on the Conway Regional Health System pregame show. Guys, thanks. Well, Levi, you'll join me in a few minutes to talk to Jaden and to Coach, and Tim you'll join Levi from the booth here in just a little while for the kickoff.
You don't wake up thinking about internet speed, electricity, reliability. Your mind isn't on advanced treatment facilities or customizable systems. You don't have to think about any of these things because we do. Conway Corp, always on.
Welcome back. We are joined by Wampus Cat Senior Jaden Williams. It is the Senior Spotlight, and our thanks to Conway Regional Health System for their continued sponsorship of all the things that we do with Wampus Cat Athletics. Back in the spring with the basketball Wampus Cats, and we'll talk about that in just a moment with Jaden, but also, of course, this senior football season with Jaden. And Jaden, first of all, let's talk about what's been a start to the season that included a whole new look for the Wampus Cats. Of course, with Mark Kelly coming in his offense, you started as a wide receiver. What's it been like to learn a whole new system under offensive coordinator Mark Kelly?
It was real fun. He's real energetic. He just likes football and likes to have fun, and that fits me too. Fun and just want to play.
Last week, you made the move to left tackle out of necessity for this team. What was going through your mind when the coaches came to you and asked if you'd be willing to move from receiver to the offensive line?
Well, it was kind of a joke between some of the players last year about me playing tackle. So when they asked, that went through my head, and I was like, it's for the team. I'll do it.
So you're pretty much willing to do whatever it's going to take, including maybe some time on the defensive line.
Yes.
So what's that like when you know that, I've had some success doing some different things, but honestly, the most important thing for me to do is do what the coaches need, because that's what a leader does. So talk us through what that's like whenever Coach Kelly or Coach Fimple comes to you and says, man, we need you somewhere else.
I mean, it shows how much value that how much I mean to them and what they think I can do. So it means a lot for them to ask me to be in different places.
Yeah, a lot of talent, a lot of flexibility. Jaden, your team hits the road this week for only the second time. We're all the way to week 6, and it's just your second road game, taking on an undefeated Cabot team. What is your team going to have to do well this week to find success at Cabot?
We just got to play hard the whole game. No mistakes. Just try to have the best game that we can have, and we'll take them down.
And so making the move last week to left tackle, obviously we've seen Colton Jackson there. We've seen Robert Scott there and what those two guys have done on the collegiate level. And so now, obviously this week, it's a great story, man. Congratulations on the call from Missouri. So what's this process been like for you? You've seen a lot of different things that have come your way. So talk us through what it's like when the phone rings or the email comes in or the text comes in. You're like, man, there's some pretty cool things that are happening.
I mean, I know the first couple I was really, yesterday I was really excited because I really wasn't expecting it. But it's a good feeling just to know that you have that option to go to college for free and get one step closer to my dream.
And what is that dream?
Be a professional athlete.
That's right. So you say athlete. So does that mean it could happen on the hard court too?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Because you've got some football offers, but I imagine, and I know it's football season, we can't let you go without talking a little bit of basketball. Of course, you were part of the Wampus Cat basketball championship earlier in the year. Are there any skills on the court that you found have really helped you be a better football player too?
Just the footwork. It's just how to be better. Like football, I get in the game. Football to basketball, I'm aggressive in the post. That's all I know. So I think that helps. And then the way I move on the court helps me on the field. So
Jaden, let's talk about just your athletic story. Obviously, on the basketball court, you've had success. You've had success on the football field. What's your earliest memories of playing football?
I started in 6th grade. So
okay.
I played Optimus. I was actually a tackle, offensive tackle in Optimus.
Because you were probably one of the bigger kids then, weren't you?
I was a pound over the weight limit.
That happened to Lee Verne too. Yeah,
that did. I mean, that's one snack cake. That's all that is. So who did you play for in Optimus? Who was your team?
The Chargers.
You were the Chargers. Okay, so we've heard a lot of different teams. No Chargers that we've heard so far. Mm-hmm. Who were some of the influences in your first 2 years that encouraged you and kind of told you what it's like to be a Wampus Cat? Who were some of those other seniors early on?
Rob
Scott.
Yes.
So now he's at Florida State. Have you had any contact with him since he's been down there?
Talked to him yesterday, actually.
Oh yeah. After your call from Missouri?
Yes.
Man, it's an exciting time, and it's been fun to watch you play. Obviously, watching you on the football field, but when we watched you back in the spring playing basketball, and we can see your face and see the way that you matched up. It's fun to watch you, man. And so keep it up, and we'll keep telling your story on our end. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Jaden. It's Jaden Williams in the Senior Spotlight today. Welcome back. It is the Conway Regional Health System pregame show. I'm Jeff Matthews, joined by the voice of the Wampus Cats, Levi Gilbert, and the head coach of the Wampus Cats, Coach Keith Fimple. Coach, let's before we talk Cabot, let's talk about another undefeated team that your Cats just had to face. North Little Rock had them on the ropes there at the end.
Again, did a really good job. Really proud of the kids. We talk about learning lessons through non-conference, and I thought there at the Bentonville game is what I took away from it for about 7 minutes during the third quarter. We couldn't do anything right at all. And we talked about that, for the last 2 or 3 weeks of improving ourselves and when adversity hits. But, the other night, being down 25-14 and have a chance right there for a half, make it 25-21. I can go through so many different scenarios with this game. I've watched it about 10 times. But to see the kids continue to fight against great teams, 5 different lead changes. I mean, it just goes to show, the heart that they found and learned the lesson from that last game, I think, in non-conference to help out tremendously.
Yeah, Coach, this new Conway offense, they've been moving fast all season, but it seemed like they just went up a notch last week, and the players are really starting to look comfortable and confident.
I just think that, the more we play, Levi, and the more we get the reps we need during practice, that you can see it on both sides of the ball. Even on defense, you could tell the second half we had some guys that that are just young. I mean, you can talk about North Little Rock and you can tell them about their bullying mentality and stuff, but you could see both sides of the ball kind of settle down and focus in on what they needed to do and make plays when you can. And I thought that was really good to see from the kids.
And Coach, that third phase of your team, special teams, is playing well. Blocked punt and blocked PAT against North Little Rock.
We talked about all week long that we were going to block a punt, and of course we had one there early in the fourth quarter there that I told Mark we'll probably just try to return this one, and then right there at the end, we'd already had it planned out how we were going to do it. And we get it blocked, and again, that's a great scenario right there at the end of the game. Gave us another chance to make it exciting. I tell you, if you paid $5 for that game, it was great to see $5, I can promise you.
Well, Coach, we're in week 6 and finally having just our second road game of the year, taking on an undefeated Cabot squad. What's it going to take to beat the Panthers?
Right now, Coach Reed, second year in their system, and again, you can see his mark all over it, especially offensively. I mean, they're averaging 35, 36 points a game. They're undefeated. They got, a lot of talent there on offense. You can tell when they play people, the big players that they have, and especially it all starts with that quarterback. Ty G's committed to UCA. Defense are very, very aggressive. We got to do a lot of things to pick up that stuff offensively that they're going to throw at us blitz wise, and on defense, of course. We've got to stay with our eyes. I think our eyes are the most important. If we get our eyes on the wrong thing, then you're going to see a lot of stuff that you don't need to see while people are running by you. So, we've talked about that all week long. It was just really good to prepare all week and have a game on Friday night for us. We did that for 2 weeks and didn't even have an opponent. So, it really helps out a bunch to have Cabot, and it's a good game between two great communities.
We're excited to bring it back to the folks in Conway, Coach. We'll kick it off in a few minutes. Thanks for your time and good luck tonight.
Appreciate you guys. Go Cats.
You don't wake up thinking about internet speed, electricity, reliability. Your mind isn't on advanced treatment facilities or customizable systems. You don't have to think about any of these things because we do. Conway Corp. Always on.
Hello and welcome to Panther Stadium in Cabot. I'm Levi Gilbert alongside Tim Roach, and had the playing of our national anthem there to start things off in the live portion of our broadcast. We are on the road tonight as your Conway Wampus Cats are set to take on the undefeated Cabot Panthers. This Week 6 matchup features two high-powered offenses, both with a focus on the passing game. Cabot, led by quarterback Tyler G., a UCA commit, is averaging 36.2 points per game and coming off a road non-conference win last week at Collierville, Tennessee. Your Wampus Cats, on the other side, come into tonight's action with last week's tough 2-point loss to North Little Rock still fresh in all of our minds. The big question as we enter play tonight, how will these Wampus Cats respond after letting that North Little Rock game get away? And that moves us in to Tim's Three Things.
So, after last week, it's very disappointing. But here's the thing about not having another bye week. We spat out with 2 weeks, right? So now we have a week just to get right back into the game plan. There are really no days off. So for young guys at this level, after a tough loss, it's best just to get right back at it, and that's what they did. So we experienced multiple levels of adversity throughout the North Little Rock game, and there were all different kinds of highs and lows. For a young team, and again, we talk about the youth on this team. We do have some senior leadership, but we have a lot of youth. And so it takes them a little bit of understanding of how the game works to be able to bounce back so quickly. So I think the coaches have done a great job of taking it one game at a time and pushing the envelope for this game. They did the same thing for North Little Rock. As soon as they knew that they were not going to play against Southwest, they began focusing on North Little Rock. As soon as the North Little Rock game was over with, they went straight into Cabot.
I was thinking about this last night. There is some concern after such a big game. You had really high hopes. You had opportunities to put North Little Rock away, and it just ended up coming up short. But the more I think about the way this team has played this year and the way they've grown, especially in this offense, the more I think about it, I'm not as concerned about this team and the way they're going to respond. If anything, I feel like they might come out real sharp and real angry.
I think they are focused on this game. North Little Rock is a rivalry game, but if you talk to a lot of folks around Conway, and maybe some of our young guys are not aware of this, but Cabot is really the rivalry game. We've played them the longest, and it's not too far down the road. Everybody travels when it's not COVID, and so
Right.
it's just a big game. The other thing I would say is you started to see. And we talked about this. North Little Rock had run ruled again. There I go with that again, baseball analogy. They mercy ruled 3 of their opponents. We put up 37 against them, and they were legitimate points and had a kickoff return nullified due to a penalty. So that tells me that at the fast pace that North Little Rock can play at and with the athletes they have, that this offense is really beginning to click. They're beginning to understand how things are going. So I think it looks to me like they get their assignments a little bit better. When you play as fast as Mark Kelly likes to play, you want to see people not really thinking about what they need to do next. It's just reacting to what's going on. So Ben Weiss is making better decisions. You've got running backs that are doing the right things, receivers running the right routes. You see some mistakes happen. Sure, when you go that fast, that's what's going to happen. But I think they're not having to think too much anymore, Levi.
Yeah, and how many times did we say it? They are just playing so much faster last week than they were at any point in the earlier games. It's just really moving now.
Well, you could tell that it impacted North Little Rock. They were caught off guard on several plays. You have somebody like West Boudreaux who gets into his route quicker than anybody that I've seen. His feet are so fast. He gets into the route. I think it surprised them. I think our speed and our pace of play really surprised them. The third thing I would say is this. We talked about Tyler G. So he's a quarterback with a cannon. When you look at him on the field, he looks like a quarterback. He acts like a quarterback. He's got everything going on in terms of being able to have all the mechanics and do it. He trusts his mechanics so much that sometimes he forces balls where he shouldn't. So you'll see him, and I think he's had 7 picks so far this season. So that's a lot for anybody at this point in the season. He just doesn't fear throwing it in. Now, with their defense, they can turn the ball over and know that they're going to get some stops. That may have been true against their first 4 opponents. I'm not sure that's true about Conway.
And this Conway defense, 5 interceptions coming in to tonight. That's going to do it for Tim's 3 things. We're going to take a 60-second break and have the rest of our pregame coverage. The kickoff just 4.5 minutes away. Back in 60 seconds here on Conway Corp.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
Back at Panther Stadium in Cabot, well, it finally happened. He had a good run. Old Bryce Bohannon, the captain, finally lost a coin toss.
It's going to be a good sign. I think it made him just angry enough to come back and play harder now.
Yeah, well, maybe he'll get the opening kickoff and take it back for 6. We would all love that.
Yes.
Just like last week, we are one of only 2 7A Central games being played this week. Let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's 7A Central schedule as COVID continues to wreak havoc on all the classifications. I think every classification except the 6A this week has had a game, at least one game, impacted. So Conway, of course, at Cabot tonight. That's what you're going to be watching here as kickoff's just right around the corner. And then Catholic at Northside. Central and Bryant was canceled. Central's game last week was canceled. They went ahead and canceled this week's game with Bryant. And Southwest just continues to have issues down there and have yet to play a conference game. You see the list there. Bryant, North Little Rock, Cabot, both 5-0. So second week in a row that your Conway team is taking on an undefeated and highly ranked 7A Central team.
We talked to the coaches just before the game, and one of the coaches indicated, said, this is other than the Jonesboro game, we've played nothing but undefeated teams. So this has been a tough run for the Wampus Cats. I think they're ready to roll tonight. I really do.
Got to talk to Lee Vern Floyd's father before the game. He was real excited, getting ready to grab our YouTube link and share it out. I did notice a week ago that one of Lee Vern's, I think maybe it was an aunt, was watching from out of the central Arkansas area. I believe Blyville's where the Floyds hail from. So glad you're watching tonight. And if you want to interact with us at any time, you can do that. 5 Sports Live on Twitter, 5 Sports on Facebook, and you can always interact in the YouTube chat if you're watching there. And we are about 1 minute away from kickoff here in Cabot. Your Conway Wampus Cats ranked number 7 in the 7A Central, or excuse me, number 6 in the 7A Central, taking on the number 4 ranked Cabot Panthers. And undefeated 5-0 Tyler G leading this high-powered offense for the Panthers. But much like we discussed last week, heading into the North Little Rock matchup, the opponents Cabot's faced, none of them have been to the caliber, at least offensively, as this Conway Wampus Cat unit they're going to see tonight.
So they've seen one more game of game film. And Scott Reed is a great coach. Everybody knows that he's going to have his team ready to go. That's not in doubt. However, once the pace of the game gets started, things begin. They get real at that point. And so for Cabot, just like it was for North Little Rock, it's probably a little bit of a shock to the system. You have an offensive line that immediately, as soon as the play is over with, is lined up and ready to go. You don't have a lot of time to get people on and off the field. We don't substitute a lot on offense. And so if they get tired, just like with North Little Rock, we can get into that. It could get ugly really quickly for their defense.
Jamal Bethune and Bryce Bohannon going to be returning the kickoffs tonight. We heard that Manny Smith might not be on the kickoff return team, but expected to be fully utilized in the offense this evening. He had a little bit of a ankle tweak a week ago, and then still had that big big touchdown pass to put Conway up late against North Little Rock. So that's about all we've heard in terms of the injury front. We've got a few Wampus Cats we expect to see back on the field tonight. We'll alert you to those as we see them happen. Some of those on the defensive side of the ball. Your Wampus Cats will open tonight's action receiving. And we're hearing that some of you may be having some issues with the stream tonight. We're on the road. Setup's always a little different. Extra challenges when you're on the road, not in your home environment with that great Conway Corp internet. So hopefully we'll be able to get some of those resolved. And the Wampus Cats are going to have pretty good field position starting, let's call it the 21. Kickoffs were a little troublesome a week ago for this Wampus Cat team. I don't think we started a drive past the 20.
Yeah, no, we had one that ended in the end zone, but due to a holding call on the boundary, it got called back. But other than that, some difficult starting positions. Actually got a fair catch at the 21-yard line now.
Wampus Cats will start with trips to the far side. Wes Boudreaux is going to come back for a tip pass and get the completion.
So you want to be able to make more yards, obviously, on that, and I think it was lined up to do so. But at the same time, if you get a tip ball like that, the best scenario is getting the ball back.
It's going to be a loss of 1. 2 receivers to each side. Ben Weiss will look to the sideline. Call in from Coach Kelly. 2nd and 11, handoff to Jamal Bethune. He's going to bounce it out on the left side and gain a few yards.
Just trying to get some yards back there, trying to get into a spot where you're at least in a manageable position. 3rd down and 6 is not too bad, but you want to be a little bit better than that.
3rd and 6, they'll stay with 2 receivers to each side. Weiss looking left. He's going to find Bryce Bohannon. Bohannon making a move. He's going to pick up a 1st down and call it 7 or 8 more.
I keep catching myself when Bryce makes a catch, especially right at the marker and steps back. I'm thinking, no, but then immediately go to yes.
Well, Bohannon knows how to make defenders miss, that's for sure. Under center, they're going to set up a quick screen to Wes Boudreaux on the near side. Wes has got some space. He's got a lot of room. He's going to go out of bounds down near the 20.
That's a little bit of that speed we keep talking about with Wes Boudreaux. If he gets a seam and he gets past the first guy, it's a trouble. 44 had a good angle on him, was able to run him down, but boy, that's a great play.
Cats hurrying to the line, as always. It's the new mantra, this Wampus Cat offense. They'll go trips to the left. Snap overhead, trying to get back on it. Jamal Bethune is able to recover it. There were a few Cabot Panthers in hot pursuit, led by Chase Gibson. That's going to back them up a lot.
Well, so it's the first bad snap of the year. We'll try to manage through it now.
All the way back to the 35. Weiss almost intercepted there. Looked like a little miscommunication on the route.
Yeah, threw it in between both West and Bryce. When you're playing a zone defense, that can be trouble, so we got a break there that wasn't picked off.
3rd and 26 coming up for Conway. Trips out to the left again. Manny Smith checking in the backfield. Weiss is going to look out to that left side. Another miscommunication on the route. It's going to bring up 4th and 27.
It's an interesting spot for Mark Kelly. The offense doesn't seem to be coming off the field. I mean, you're in no man's land, but it's a long way to go for 4th down.
Yeah, maybe you feel like you can pick up enough that it'd be better than a punt at this spot of the field.
At Searcy, he would pooch kick out of this occasionally as well, so we may see that.
Here we go. Ben Weiss steps back. That's what we're going to see. Pooch kick from Weiss. Can Micah Mosby get down there in time? Takes a Cabot bounce into the end zone. Bring the ball out to the 20.
So there's an example of really just one mistake in that entire drive, really, and it cost you.
And you said it, that really first bad snap offensively that we've seen this year.
But, again, you've got good enough athletes to get back on it, cover it, give yourself a chance for some more downs. But now it's time for the defense to step up.
Looking across the line there, Levern Floyd, Jalen McEwen, Trey Banks. Darius Hay is going to be starting tonight at safety. First play for Cabot. It's going to be a handoff right in the middle. It's Trey Banks.
Yeah, and Jalen McClure also in there. Boy, that was, that was stopped behind the line of scrimmage. There was really no place to go for him there.
Jacob Parks, the starting running back for Cabot. In the backfield alongside Tyler G. Kyler Carmack, Braden J. And Trey Birdsong at receiver. G's going to look out to the far side, finds Birdsong. He makes a move back into the middle. It's going to be enough for a 1st down.
He's a really good receiver. I think they're short one receiver tonight, but he's going to get his chances. Caught it in space, made a good move, but we also made a good play just to get him down.
1st down at the 31. Just a few minutes into tonight's action. G looking to that right side again, and he finds Carmack. Darius Hayes, quick in coverage. Nope, that's not Hayes. That's
Garlington, yeah.
Garlington, number 3.
So it's actually something that Mark Kelly will run as well, is that quick hitch, try to create some space from the cornerback and at least get 3 or 4 yards, and that's what they got.
2nd and 6. G will run twins to the near side. They're going to hand this one off. It's going to be a Cabot first down for Mason Bell, Jr.
Lost our containment on the edge there that time. And we've seen some problems on that side of the field early in the ball games. It's time for another adjustment eventually, but they caught the edge, got us leaning inside, and was able to bounce it out to the boundary.
Yeah, those counter plays have given us some issues this year.
Tough.
So he's going to hand off again. This time bouncing it out to the left side, Mason. Excuse me, Jacob Parks. Nope, that is Mason.
Yeah. They're going to have to make that call, by the way. We got held on the edge there. I'm not sure if on the far side if we got held, but that was they got away with one there. They held Preston Prock pretty tightly there on the edge. That's how you get that amount of yards out of that play. It should have been a no-gain kind of situation.
2nd and 6. Bell will stay in the backfield with G. Trey Birdsong near side. G's going to look out to the right. Deep out pattern. He just leads him a little too much, looking for Braden J. Or Carmack.
Yeah, got a little Carmack. He got a little pressure that time from Leverne Floyd to force him to throw the ball before the break. And so he was able to, we're able to get a little space out there and still not be hurt by it.
Jaden Williams coming in on your 3rd down packages on this defensive line. It's great to talk to Jaden this week in our player spotlight. If you missed that, we'll have it again at halftime. 3rd and 6 for Cabot. Fake, G's gonna take it himself right up the middle. One Conway Wampus cat to beat, and he can't get past Jaden Robinson.
Gonna be close, but I think it's gonna be a 4th down.
Robinson using those strong hands.
Just short.
Sophomore going to be a yard short. Big decision here for the Panthers.
Surely they're going to go for this here. They're thinking about it a long time. That's a little bit longer than what I would have thought. Kind of like Conway, they don't run out of the underneath the center very often. So a shotgun snap still is a tough one to get for 1 yard.
And G is dangerous with his legs.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah,
they're going to call a timeout. Talk this one over. We'll take it with them. 30 seconds, and we're back here on Conway Corp.
Located on Robinson Avenue next to Laurel Park, the Conway Regional Rehabilitation Hospital is one of only 4 licensed inpatient rehab hospitals in the entire state. Patients are cared for by specially trained staff under the direction of an on-site physician who specializes in rehabilitation medicine. Conway Regional Rehab Hospital, your choice for comprehensive care to bring you one step closer to home.
Back in Cabot, got a big decision early here in the first quarter for the Panthers. So they're going to go for it on 4th and 1. Just took a timeout to line out the play they want to run.
Jaden Williams still in the ball game, watching the edge. Let's see if Tyler G keeps it here.
And Mason Bell joins him in the backfield. They're going to run an option. G's going to keep it and pick up the first down.
Last week we had the same scenario with Kareem Cotton, and they handed the ball off and took it to the house early in the ball game on 4th and 1. So not the result you want, but it's still a little bit better than last week.
Leverne Floyd checking back in for Jaden Williams. Garrett Sanders, Preston Prock, Jaden Robinson.
A lot of youth right there in the linebacking crew.
Maurice Freeman out there as well.
Yeah.
1st and 10 Cabot. They're going to hand off to Bell. Sweep out to that right side. Conway trying to string it out. So they pick up around 4 or 5 yards.
They did a better job there, to your point of stringing it out. But still, what you need to do there on the edge is you've got to get somebody to fill in a seam and really force it backwards at that point. So once you go wide,
You really need to pop a gap there.
2nd and 5 coming up for Cabot. Bell continuing to get most of the snaps at running back tonight. G's going to fake to him, and he's going out deep. He's going to overthrow Birdsong. Tyler Garlington in defense.
Good.
Cabot fans wanting a flag out there.
That was good play by Garlington. Really had him covered up all the way down the line. Never let him behind him. Just stride for stride.
Keldon Thomas getting his first snap tonight at tackle.
Another young guy. Plenty of sophomores on our defensive side.
3rd and 5. I get so used to the pace of our Conway offense. Throws me off when the opposing offense is not moving quite as quickly.
Yeah.
G will have twins to his left. And he's going to look. He's got pressure. Looks like Proc. Is it Proc?
Yeah, Garrett Sanders.
Garrett Sanders.
Yeah, Garrett Sanders. Garrett Sanders beat his guy in the inside, really shot the gap well. I don't know if it was a blitz or not, but he shot the gap, made the play behind the line of scrimmage, and really forced G to make a decision to tuck it in really quickly. Never had a chance to get into his routes.
It's a loss of 1. Give Sanders credit for the sack. Bring up 4th and 6. Cabot taking their time again, thinking through this. Obviously not in field goal range. And they're going to stay on, attempt their 2nd 4th down of this first quarter. G's getting off the screen pass. Carmack in and out of his hands. So Conway defense getting a big break here.
Fantastic stop by the defense. I don't think really if he catches that ball anyway, he makes it. We had filled the zone pretty well there. It wasn't going to have a lot of room, and he heard footsteps. You could see he turned his head as he tried to make the catch.
So both offensive possessions, first possessions for both teams, unsuccessful. Wampus Cats going to come out with 2 receivers to each side, and they're going to hand off to Jamal Bethune to start this one, and he is taken down quickly by Eric Masterson.
Their defensive front is really good. We didn't talk a lot about it in the opening of the game, but if they're going to stop us, they're going to stop us up front and give their secondary time.
2nd and 9. Weiss finds Silverman Barnes out on the left side on a hitch route. He makes a Panther miss, going to pick up a 1st down.
Boy, great move right there. You know, we've seen Silverman Barnes make the catches in the end zone. He's got a couple of scores this year. That was the first time really to see him do something after the catch. Really good move on the outside.
Silverman Barnes coming over near side now as Weiss will have trips to the right. Going to fake to Bethune and look for Bryce Bohannon on that quick slant, and here he goes again. 46 yards for Bryce Bohannon, 4th touchdown of the year.
Not going to catch Bryce Bohannon, not in that kind of route. You really look for, I mean, this is getting to be a regular occurrence, is finding him in the quick hitch or in the quick slant, getting him in space and outrunning the defense. Just what he does.
4:39 in the first quarter. Your Wampus Cats take the early lead, 6-0. Adrian Mejia, the freshman kicker, coming in for the extra point. Adrian's been perfect on PATs this year, 19 for 19. Good snap, good kick. Wampus Cats up 7-0. 30 seconds and we're back here on Conway Corp.
Helton's Wrecker U-Haul has the service you need. Whatever the automotive problem, Helton's has the diagnostics to repair it. If you're moving across town or across country, Helton's is your #1 choice for U-Haul in Conway. We have a wide selection of packing supplies for every aspect of your move. Also, we sell and install hitches. Call 327-4696 for a quote. At Helton's Wrecker U-Haul, we are always on our toes. Give us a call at 327-7681.
Back in Cabot, everybody trying to find Wes Boudreaux. There he is.
Even Cabot's trying to find Wes Boudreaux.
Well, hopefully they can't find him anytime soon.
So this is an interesting. This is interesting that West. I don't know that West has been on the kickoff team this year. We knew that from a special teams perspective, there was a lot of focus on special teams just in general all week. Interesting that we got Wes Boudreaux on the edge. He's got a lot of speed.
Yeah.
Got a lot of speed.
You need a headhunter out there to get to the ball carrier quickly. Wes Boudreaux fits the bill for that. And he is going to kick it deep. It's going to go back into the end zone. Cabot will start this drive at their 20.
Really good. Going back to the scoring play for Bohannon. Any chance you get with Bohannon in space is going to be problems for the defense. And he really, the fact of the matter is on a lot of those, there's not any blocking downfield that's going to cover him up. He really just makes people miss deep in the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you saw a week ago. First scoring drive against North Little Rock. Seeing that same formula here tonight in Cabot. See how the Panthers respond. A handoff to Bell. Another sweep out on that right side, and he is met by Jaden Robinson and a few other Wampus Cats.
Better job there on the outside. Really, that's what we were talking about earlier, about getting up the field, getting into a gap, making him run laterally or even running behind in the line of scrimmage. Great job there. A lot of speed by Jaden Robinson.
Yep, no gain on the play. Bring up 2nd and 10. Cabot will send Birdsong out to the left. Jay in motion, and we're going to have a penalty. Looks like we had a Panther lineman jump a little early.
Sometimes in this, we've seen this a little bit on from the Wampus Cats as well. When you get a quarterback that goes to the clap, they go at high school level, that a lot of these guys are going on the clap. And so the sound of the clap can be ahead of the actual snap, and so you've got guys on the edge that take off a little bit too early. That's what happened there.
Start to anticipate a little bit.
Yeah.
Got a good student section showing up in Cabot tonight.
Oh, yeah. Love the class.
Might get a shot of them at some point in the game. You can guess the theme on your own. Twins to the left again for G, and he's going to look over the middle, but he is not going to have time as he is swallowed up by 3 Wampus Cats.
And Kelvin Thomas got in there first. He may not have gotten the actual sack, but he created a whole lot of havoc in there. Preston Prock in there, Jaden McEwen in there. Just a really good push there by Kelvin Thomas.
3rd and 21 coming up for Cabot. 2nd sack of the night for this defense. And you can hear the classy students here in Cabot tonight. They're going to set up the screen over to the right, and it is swallowed up. Again, this Wampus Cat defense executing to near perfection on this possession for Cabot.
Almost like Maurice Freeman had that one read before the play started. So great job there. Jumped in. As soon as he caught the ball, he had absolutely nowhere to go. Great job, Maurice Freeman. Ashton Waller out there as well.
So Bryce Bohannon's going to line up around the 45. Conway primed for great field position here. Cabot punting to that far side, goes out of bounds near the 40.
Jaden Robinson, keep an eye on that for their next punt when they come back in for that position. Jaden Robinson really put the heat on the punter there. Came almost free.
Here come your Wampus Cats.
Manny Smith sighting.
Manny Smith checking in the backfield alongside Weiss. Wampus Cats will have trips to the right. Weiss, they're going to set up the screen for Manny. He is making a little bit out of nothing over there as Cabot was ready for that screen.
Yeah, that was broken up very well by their defense right out of the gate. Almost a little bit like when we broke up the screen pass on the last play for Cabot. They just had that covered well. Nothing doing there.
Wampus Cats stick with the trips to the right. Ben Weiss. He's going to look over the middle. He's got Silverman Barnes, and there was early contact there from Carnes. And no flag.
Wow. That's a bang-bang play, but to your point, it was early. But, unless it's really early, you're not going to get that call on a bang-bang play. But, yeah, that was early.
3rd and 13. here for your Wampus Cats. Weiss going to roll out to the right side, sets his feet, going deep for Micah Mosby, and he gets a hand on him, disrupts the route, and there's going to be a flag on that play.
Yeah, that's an easy call by the official there. Actually turned him. And I will say this too, on Ben Weiss had a lot of time there. Good job of the offensive line. We actually caught him in a shift. They were still shifting when we snapped the ball, caught him out a little bit out of position, helped with some timing there. But here's the thing, if that defensive back doesn't make that play, that's 6 for Mosby.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Great job by the offensive line. Weiss had plenty of time to roll out, set his feet, and get a good ball up for Micah Mosby. Then the early contact.
You might see more of that from Weiss tonight, a little bit of the rollout. This defensive line is pretty quick up front.
First down for your Wampus Cats. Ball at the 30. They'll hand off to Manny Smith. Makes a little move there. He's going to pick up a gain of 2.
So Manny Smith in the middle of the field, you don't see that very often. You'd like to see him in space, so maybe that's a good sign that his ankle's feeling better.
Weiss looking to the right side. He's going to throw one up for Micah Mosby. Another miscommunication on the route here. That's third time that's happened here in this first quarter.
You haven't seen that a lot. We talk about it. We talked about it actually in the pregame that the assignments, they're not having to think as much. Different game plan for every week. There's new wrinkles that come in, so getting on the same page is going to be critical here early in the ballgame.
Wampus Cats move trips over to the left.
Good job there. Hard count by Weiss. Got him to jump in the zone. And then again, in high school, as soon as you're in the zone, you don't get a chance to back out of it. If you get in, it's a 5-yard penalty.
That'll move the ball, set up a little bit more manageable third down. 3rd and 3 now for your Wampus Cats.
2-down range here, Levi.
Yeah, we were talking about it before we got on air. You want to get around that 20-yard line to get in range for Mejia. They're going to hand off to Manny Smith, and he's got room to pick up that first down and keep the chains moving for your Wampus Cats.
Man, it's really good to see Manny Smith taking a few good hits and really just bouncing right back up. Not that he's a fragile player. He's not. He just had some ankle issues, and it's in space. He's great. Tough yards there.
Weiss looking over the middle at the right, finds Micah Mosby on the quick slant. Mosby's going to take it all the way down to the 2.
Oh, I love that route. I'm going to call that the Micah Mosby route. He's scored on that a couple of times this year. Had some really big plays. Just a great route by Micah Mosby and a good spot-on throw from Weiss.
1st and goal from the 2. Wampus Cats going to stick with their standard spread formation. Try and hand off to Manny, but he's met in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of 3.
Yeah, that's that penetration. They shoot the gaps very well at Cabot. That's what they do. They don't just go into the line of scrimmage. They're looking for those gaps. Shot those pretty well. Just had a good defensive play call.
2nd and goal now from the 5. Not going to bring in that bigger formation we've seen a few times. Weiss going to roll out to the right. They've set up a screen for Manny Smith. High throw. He's going to take it back down right around that 2-yard line. So they pick up a little bit there. And here comes that big formation. Garrett Sanders going to be in at that H-back, fullback type position.
We caught him shifting out.
We're going to hand off to Jamal Bethune.
That's offsides.
Got an offsides on the far side. Judge, you mentioned it. They got to the line so quickly.
He was both offsides and 12 men on the field. So it just depends on how they want to call it. But really good opportunity. That great job by Weiss getting the ball, getting it started while they were still in formation.
It's the trouble that this high-speed offense can force on your opponent is in these key situations. You can't get the packages you want out on the field.
That's right. Now they're talking about it. I'm not sure if what they're going to try to do here, if they're going to talk about if it's offsides or if it was 12 men in the field now. They may not have had a chance to actually count it. So, but like I said, either way, when he threw the flag, he was about the 3-yard line trying to get off the field, and he didn't get off in time.
They are really talking this one over.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're talking about.
12 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Conway leads 7-0 over 5-0 Cabot Panthers. 4 years ago, Conway came into Cabot, faced a 5-0 Cabot team, and they were 0-5 and shocked them.
Shocked the world.
It was a great night.
World. Yeah, I love that game. Love that game.
So what's the call there, Tim?
Well, I didn't see the signal. Didn't look like it was offside, so I'm guessing it was illegal substitution is what they call it.
It's going to move the ball down to the 1. Looks like it's going to stay 3rd down. Now they're going to talk it over with Coach Fimple. He's asking for an explanation there.
Yeah. It's kind of an interesting penalty in that part of the field. I think we move it to the 1. Is that where we go? Yeah, 3rd down and 1.
That's where they've got it spotted.
I think that's right. And I'm going to move it a little bit closer. I like it when they go a little bit closer.
Conway's going to stick with that goal line formation.
Didn't work well last time.
It did not. Weiss under center. He's going to keep it, roll out to his right, and he's going to race to that corner. He's going to score. First rushing touchdown of the season for Ben Weiss.
You don't think about Ben as a runner, and he really hasn't had to show it too much. He's made some good plays when he's needed to. Ben is a great athlete, and he's very quick, so you can't sell him short on that. Just a great rollout. Thought he was looking for somebody, but I think that was just a called rollout.
13-0, Conway leads with 4 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Freshman kicker getting some early action here. Second PAT attempt is up, and it's good. 14-0, Conway. 60 seconds, and we're back here on Conway Court.
Take it outside, boys.
Johnson's down the right side. He crosses into a corner and shoots. Oh, no! Oh, brilliant.
You didn't plan on a disaster, but you have a choice on who restores it. Choose the best. Tell your insurance provider you choose All Clean USA.
Mom said take it outside.
From day one, Centennial has been there for the people of Conway, the people that teach us, protect us, guide us, and work to make Conway better every day. That's why we've donated over $5 million to local organizations and causes, and we have the same commitment to serving you for life's milestones and everyday moments. Centennial Bank, proud to call Conway and Faulkner County home.
Back in Cabot, Conway leading 14-0. We missed the kickoff there by Conway. That's my fault. I'll take that. Play-by-play man. I called for a 60. Should have called for a 30.
You'll learn.
I'll learn. Cabot going to start around the, well, they were going to start around the 25, but I guess there was a flag on the
second quarter.
Oh, into the first quarter. Yeah. There we go. So we're going to flip the field, take another break here, 30 seconds, and we're back on Conway Court.
You're watching Conway Corp, Channel 5 and 585, Conway's source for local community programming. Here you'll find the Wampus Cats, Conway City Council, here and there featuring local events, burn and breathe that will get your heart rate up and down. Find new adventures on a wave for a day or grab your sketch pad and draw with Mr. Foy's easel. Plus, learn more about Conway Corp store. We're creating original programming with Conway in mind on Conway Corp, Channel 5 and 585.
Back in Cabot, Conway leading 14-0 at the end of one. This Cabot Panthers offense has not had this much pressure on them all season, I would say.
And they've had some success, and we've been kind of a bend, don't break kind of mode so far. So, but looks like we're already making some in-game adjustments.
Talked about G quite a bit, the UCA commit. Thrown for 13 touchdowns this season, 7 interceptions. He's looking deep here. He finds Braden J, or Carmack. It's going to be enough for a, well, it's going to be real close to a first down.
Yeah, good catch by him. Ball was up a little high, and we got Trey McClure back.
Yeah, Traylon McClure. We've been waiting on him for a few weeks. Good to see him back out there, number 17.
He's a handsy guy. He likes to get his hands on the ball, so I expect him to make a play or two tonight.
And that was a first down for Cabot. They'll hand off here to Bell, and he is showing some speed right there. His quick burst. It's going to be a gain of almost 20 yards.
Yeah, they popped that draw really, really quick. Got the handoff very quick, and didn't even set it up. Just took it right off the line of scrimmage. Good speed by the running back there. Actually, a great job by Traylon McClure, making a play from across the field. Ran all the way across and made the play.
It's going to move the ball down to the 43. Cabot getting some positive things going here in the second quarter. G looks to his left, quick out, finds Carmack again.
Great tackle there on the boundary. Fantastic job by our defense, holding him up, making a good, clean tackle on the boundary. I know the Cabot fans didn't like it, but that's a good, clean hit. That's a good pop that number 3 is going to remember.
It's a gain of 6, bring up 2nd and 4. It's going to bring in Hayden Phillips.
Kind of a tight end set for them.
Twins to the right for G. Phillips in motion. They're going to run that option again. And look at this Banks in there early, wrapping up G.
Along with Jaden Robinson. Really good job by the defense there. Took the edge, actually took the pitch away before he could even really make a decision on what he wanted to do with the ball. When you make it that fast, and G didn't really run it to the boundary very far. So a lot of times if as a quarterback does that, if they'll run to the boundary a little bit longer, you get the option to do what you want to do. But as soon as you tucked it there, our guys on the edge were there to take care of the play.
3rd and 2 for Cabot. Classy students making some noise. Phillips in motion again. They'll hand off to Bell this time, and he's going to be met in the backfield. Oh, Proc had him, couldn't bring him down, and it's going to be Garrett Sanders finishing it off.
Yeah, Parker may have to make a phone call to Preston there. Got to wrap up a little bit better. But no, he stopped the play from happening. He absolutely killed the play from happening. That's what you want to see off your edge guy. Really penetrate, make them go back or sideways. Man, what a great play by Preston Proc.
Well, listen, if I was Preston, I would definitely be taking Parker's calls if he was calling.
Yeah, he's a stick.
Can definitely learn from him. And we got a mess going on here on this Cabot offense. 4th and 5, and had a lot of motion over here on this side of the field by the receivers.
That's so you had him 3rd and 2. Made a great play by Preston Proc behind the line of scrimmage. Backs him up a couple yards. Then you get a penalty. Now it's going to be 4th and 9. And now you're in a tricky spot, right? So now you're at the, what is that going to be, about the 44-yard line or so? And, 43. So at this spot, 4th and 9, this is a difficult spot.
Yeah,
now they're going to punt, yeah.
They're going to make the choice to bring out the punt team. Number 95, Bo Ford.
Let's keep our eye on Jaden Robinson, by the way. He got free last time. They may try to get a hat on him.
Conway blocked a punt a week ago against North Little Rock. They're going to let this one bounce, and it's going to be down right around the 14. Conway defense holding strong again.
Bend don't break. Bend don't break. We've given up a few big plays, but immediately bounced back and held them as soon as they get a big play. So good job by the defense. Bend don't break.
Jaden Williams, excuse me, number 73, starting at left tackle. Got to talk to him in our senior spotlight this week. He got an offer from Missouri this week. Weiss with the fake there, trying to find Bryce Bohannon, and
nobody was ready for that one.
Yeah, a lot of little oddities out there going on.
They had double coverage on him, and Bryce never had a chance to get to the ball, but I'm not sure he was looking for it.
2nd and 10. They'll hand off to Jamal Bethune. He makes a move in the middle. His legs still pumping, pushing Cabot defenders back. They'll call forward motion at the 25. First down.
Boy, what a load this guy is. I mean, literally had the entire team trying to stop him, and he got 3 more yards for the first down. What a great run.
And you got to know his legs are fresh. Didn't get a lot of opportunities a week ago.
No.
It was just part of the game plan against North Little Rock. They're going to let him have it again here. Pick up a few more yards.
Yeah, again, the trouble, it's probably going to be a lot. We're going to see some of this tonight where you get a 10-yard run and you get a negative 2-yard run. The way that they shoot their gaps, if they guess right, they could get us behind the line of scrimmage, just the way they play defense.
Weiss looking deep for Silverman Barnes. What a catch from Silverman Barnes. They're going to say it was incomplete, but there is a flag on the play.
Yeah.
I thought he caught it.
Yeah, he had it, but when he went to the ground in the boundary, he dropped it. But he had both hands on it. Great effort by Silverman Barnes, but they grabbed him as he was going for the ball. So it's
well, what touch, too, by Weiss. I mean,
dropped it right on him.
You couldn't have pinpointed a more perfect spot. Conway's going to end up with a first down here anyway with the pass interference.
This is the kind of, if this drive continues like this, I like these kind of drives where you're getting 5-10. You're keeping the defense on the field. That's kind of a cool thing.
Hand off to Bethune. Pushing up the middle for a gain of 6.
Yeah, it's a tough run.
Well, we've heard these coaches say in the past 2 weeks they just want to keep running plays on offense. Just keep running plays. First downs, and it's been happening so far here in the first half. Second down, Weiss finding Wes Boudreaux, and he makes a man miss. He's going to gain about 10 or 15 yards more.
I mean, and that's the thing when you've got that kind of coverage. I mean, they're ISOing on West Boudreaux. If you make him miss, you make the defender miss, West is going to get a lot of yards before you can get to him. Just a great yards after catch effort by West there.
Brings the ball down to the 36. Trips to the left for Weiss. He's going to fake. Find Silverman Barnes right over the middle. Short gain for your Wampus Cats.
And that's okay. Again, that's positive yardage, but here's what it does as well. You start throwing in that spot in the field, you start to hold the linebackers. Okay, you keep them from the run, you get them thinking about that pass. It's going to open up something for the run here shortly.
Weiss will hand off to Manny Smith this time. Bounces it out to the right. Picks up a few more yards. Going to bring up a manageable 3rd and 2.
Good spot for Conway because you got 2 downs to make it here.
3rd down and 2.
I'll hand off to Manny Smith again. He's going to pick up that first down, keep the chains moving.
Manny is just making tough yards tonight. I mean, this is a different kind of Manny Smith. I'm really liking what I'm seeing here in these 4- and 5-yard tough runs from Manny Smith.
Weiss looking for Wes Boudreaux. Another quick slant route. Wes showing some hops there.
Saw Wes before the game, and I know he's a little small in stature, but boy, is this guy built for football. He is absolutely a man.
Another first down for the Wampus Cats. Set up the screen to Manny Smith. Smith's got some room, and he's going to walk into the end zone. 13-yard touchdown for Manny Smith.
I'm trying to see who that is. I think that's Sean Tufu out there that had the kick-out block once he caught it. Great hesitation by Ben to draw the defense up a little bit. Great hands by Manny, and Sean Tufu taking the guy out of the boundary. That's an easy walk-in for Manny Smith.
The only Panther that could have made the play, and Tufu had it handled. Bring in the freshman kicker for his 3rd extra point here in the first half.
Caden Ashcraft, the holder, doing a great job tonight.
Kick is up and good. 21-0, 7:37 to go here in the first half. Big lead for your Wampus Cats. 30 seconds and we're back here on Conway Court.
Community is everywhere. Banking where you are, when you need it. On any device. At home. And wherever you play. We're committed to offering excellent service, competitive rates, and convenience in each of our 27 locations and beyond. Visit our website and discover how we can help your community at First Community Bank, where community is everything.
Cats up 21-0 here at Panther Stadium, and you mentioned it briefly, but another role that's being filled tonight because of injury to Trey Roberts a week ago.
Yep.
The holder on the snaps.
Caden Ashcrafter, name familiar to Conway Athletics. He's doing a fantastic job. That's a tough gig, by the way.
Mejia just drops one right around the 20. Takes a good Conway bounce. Cabot almost had a little bit of trouble there.
That's those pooch kicks can be trouble. They can be trouble, and that's a good kick by Mejia.
Nice to have a big lead early here in the first half. We'll see how these Wampus Cats can do as the game goes on. Kathy S. is checking in on Twitter. I love being able to watch the Wampus Cats. Thanks, Conway Corp, 5 Sports Live, and your staff for your hard work. Well, it's been an interesting one so far. Yeah. It always is when we're on the road, but crew's doing a great job. Glad to bring it back home to Conway.
That's motion.
That's going to be another penalty against the Panthers.
Yeah, so there, and so here's what happens too, and you may see it on offense. You could probably see it on defense as well. When you get behind like this, you've not been this kind of behind. They've been behind before, but not like this. You start pressing a little bit. Decisions become a little bit harder. You're wanting to go faster. You're wanting to score points quickly, and then you start getting some mistakes.
The only game they really trailed in and had to battle in was that road game at Jonesboro, the week before we went down to Jonesboro. Right. And yeah, this Cabot Panthers team in unfamiliar territory right now.
They've got the offense to be able to come back, though.
Yeah, they can get back on the board real quick. She's going to look out. Looking for Braden Jay across the middle, and Michael Hardaway almost jumping in front of that one.
Yeah, that was almost a pick there. Great play by Hardaway. Really had that red right off the gate. Stayed with his guy all the way through the inside and then broke on the ball. That's a good play by your backup quarterback, playing corner and doing a heck of a job out there.
7.5 minutes to go in the first half. Garrett Sanders started to come off and then got told to go back out there.
We've got 11. That's okay.
Tim counts 11. I trust him. G looking over to the left. Quick out, going to pick up a few yards there. It's call it a gain of 10. 3rd down and 5 coming up for Cabot.
Good play on the boundary out there. I can't tell if that was Wiseman, maybe Wiseman or Jaden Robinson, but really a good job making a good clean tackle on the boundary.
Bryce Bohannon checking in at safety. There's going to be a timeout on the field. We will take it with them. 30 seconds, and we're back in Cabot.
Attention, please. The news conference will start in mere moments.
Hi, welcome. Good day. I know you have lots of questions about the mysteries surrounding the new Ford Bronco.
We have questions. Over here.
I know you're excited about the new Ford Bronco. The simple answer is Smith Ford is here to help you order and build your new 2021 Ford Bronco.
Come experience Smith Ford's family customer service in Conway, exit 127, right off of I-40.
Back in Cabot, that was not a timeout, injury timeout. On the field, a Cabot offensive lineman was down. They got him up pretty quickly, so we'll return back to action here. It's going to be 3rd and 6 for Cabot. Bryce Bohannon in at safety. G looking deep for Carmack, and he's going to draw the penalty.
Oh, man.
A little bit of incidental contact, it seemed like to me, but Carmack sold it well.
Yeah, that's not quite frankly, not a call you can make. The ball, number one, the ball is, and I know in high school it doesn't matter as much, but that's really not a great call there. That's incidental contact. That you really know he didn't turn him, didn't change the alter of the route at all. That's just not a good call.
It's going to give a 1st down for Cabot, so break there for the Panthers. We'll see how this defense can respond. Jaden Williams checked in at defensive end. We're going to hand off to Jay. He's going to pick up a 1st down, hit out of bounds by Traylon McClure.
That's a good run by number 5. They run that jet sweep several times last week. Good block by their wide receiver on this end, getting into our linebacker, cut it off. Just a good play there.
Moves the ball across the 50, spotted at the 49. G looking to his right, going to dump it off to Bell. Tyler Garlington coming up, making a good tackle.
Yeah, a little bit too much yardage there. Had a little bit too much gap. We're kind of laying off of those routes and trying to jump them late. We need to get a little bit more pressure on G, or he's going to pick us apart on those short routes.
2nd and 4 coming up for Cabot.
We got our coaches still talking to the side official, trying to get some understanding on the pass interference call. Yeah.
Those are always fun conversations, I'm sure. I don't envy the position of an official. They'll run twins tight, both sides, and they'll hand off to Bell. Proc stepping up to make the tackle. It's going to be close to a first down. It's going to be, I think they're going to
measure
this one.
Yeah. Nah, he's going to give it to him. Looked like it was probably about a ball out. So, okay. Defense is in that bend mode now. We don't need to break. We need to make a play here. So they've made some quick adjustments. They've thrown the ball to the flats.
About to hit the midway point here in the second quarter. G fakes. Going to look across the middle, and that one is picked off. Trey McClure almost had it. Tipped it up in the air for Ashton Waller, his second interception of the year.
The old tip drill came into play there. Great job by both of our secondary guys there, McClure as well as Ashton Waller. That's Ashton's, I think it's his second pick on the season. Does a great job. He's an old offensive guy, so he knows what to do when the ball gets in his hands. Made a great return there. Just immediately took it up the field. So again, there's our defense. You bend, you don't break, you make a play. Turn it over to your offense.
Interception number 8 on the year for G, the 6th interception for this Conway defense. The Wampus Cats going to come out fast here. Boogie Carr in. Throwing up a jump ball for Micah Mosby. He almost comes away with it.
Yeah, you know, speaking of, we talk about Tyler G not afraid to throw the ball into the mix. Neither has Ben Weiss. He's got a cannon. I know he's a shorter guy, but he's got a good live arm. He's not afraid to try to thread the needle out there.
Trips to the near side for your Wampus Cats. They'll hand off to Carr. He's going to bounce it out to the left, and he's got some room. Big gain for Boogie Carr.
Boogie Carr finally in the ballgame and doing well. We didn't see him much last week at all. The game plan was really different. Great move at the line of scrimmage to cut it back across the grain. And listen, when he gets in space, he's trouble.
Brings the ball all the way down to the 26. Weiss looking left, going to get it out to Carr in the flats, and he'll pick up another chunk of yards for this Wampus Cat offense. Flag on the field.
That was a late flag, by the way. If it's for holding, it's a late call. It's behind the play. He's going to call it.
It's going to bring that one back. Well, how are you enjoying this second road game experience? Of course, when we're on the road, we're usually in the stands among the people.
Oh, yes. Love being in the stands. Able to stand up this evening, kind of got my tension working high. It's Cabot week, of course.
Yeah, you were a little tense in the car on the way up here, I'll be honest.
It's Cabot, man, it's Cabot.
Empty backfield for Weiss. It's going to be 1st and 21 now after the penalty. See what they can get back here. They're going to go out deep, looking for Wes Boudreaux, and it is going to be picked off.
Interception by number 22.
Yeah. Just overthrown ball. Ben let it go and cut it loose. Trying to give West a chance to run under it, but it was just too far, and their guy was there, not our guy.
Cabot will take over at the 9. Conway still leads 21-0. 5:32 to play.
If it's 3rd down and long there, that's okay. I mean, that's an okay punt play, but on 1st and long, really long, you still want to give yourself a chance, but you know, sometimes those deep balls, they can be a 50-50 proposition. In that case, he overthrew west, and really the only guy there was a Cabot guy.
Cabot with a chance here. Get a screen pass out to the far side.
Well, we've got guys all around the ball right now, which is kind of the you know, you mentioned how many picks we had coming into the ball game. We're a pick-happy bunch. They like to see the ball. We've got good guys in the speedy guys in our secondary. Love to see the ball come their way.
Conway came into the game +7 in the turnover differential. I think it's still at 7 after exchanging interceptions here in the first half. G's gonna keep it, and he's gonna be dragged down. He's still trying to fight out of it.
He's a good runner. G's an absolute athlete. I mean, he's UCA got a good one there, and so we talk about his throwing, but a little bit like some of the other quarterbacks we've seen, good off the option, and so they're giving him a chance just to get some yards there. Brings up 3rd and short.
Had a rushing touchdown a week ago in Collierville, along with 3 touchdown passes. He had a good night in week 5.
Got to watch the quick hitch here, trying to get 3-4 yards.
3rd and short, and that's exactly what they're going to try and do over there. Find Carmack again. Carmack trying to hop over Jerry Coleman.
Carmack is a little bit of a talker. I've watched him in game film. He's a high-strung young guy, and you gotta watch what you're doing when you're down 21. But you know, I like the spunk there.
First down for Cabot. Under 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Hand off there to Parks for a short gain.
Parks is a good running back. We haven't seen a lot from him tonight, but he's really slippery in the backfield. He made one guy miss in the backfield and was able to pick up 4 yards. I mean, that's a good run from where it started. So
Parks got the start tonight, and then it's been really Bell the rest of the way. First time we've seen Parks back in.
They got 3 minutes to work with. You're going to have to start.
They're
going to start
taking
going
their
down the
time.
field. That's right, and they're going to have to go down the field a little bit here.
Fine by me. Twins to the right for G. Fake the sweep. G's going to look deep. Gets the ball up. Targeting Carmack again, but unable to haul it in. Coleman in defense.
Did a good job just to get the ball off. We had it covered up pretty well. Jerry Coleman in the coverage for the Wampus Cats. That's a ball to the boundary. And again, just like what we saw with Ben Weiss, it's a little bit of a 50-50 ball. You have the boundary to worry about. You have the backer to worry about. You got to roll out, throw with your motion. A lot of stuff there to go right, but a lot to go wrong.
Park staying in for Cabot on this 3rd down. Sanders showing a little bit of a
flash the blitz.
A little blitz there. See if they'll stick with it. They don't. Quick hitch over to Carmack. It's going to be enough for a first down. Under 3 minutes to play.
We're forcing them to work really hard to try to get down the field, and that's in one hand that's good. We need to see a stop at some point in time.
G looks to his right. He's going to stay on that target. Finds Birdsong over the middle. Another Cabot first down as they cross midfield.
Yeah, it's a good route right in behind the linebackers, in front of the safeties, and so it's a timing deal between your D-backs and your linebackers. That's probably his best throw of the night right there. In the zone, quick pitch, and Birdsong is trouble when he gets the ball.
Cabot finally starting to get a rhythm here late in the second quarter.
Need a break.
Jay in motion. Here comes Jaden Williams. He's going to throw one up. Ashton Waller tipping it down, trying to tip it to Traylon McClure.
He's going to get he'll get his fellow secondary guys are going to talk to him about that. You got to go up with both hands there, but great job. He's in the spot, man. What a good play.
Well, it was smart play by Waller as he couldn't get both hands on it, so he's trying to
tip it.
tip it back down towards his teammate.
Let's don't forget about Jaden Williams there, putting some pressure, forcing that throw probably a little bit early. Didn't want to throw it at that point, but Jaden was getting to the quarterback.
2nd and 10, 2:21 to go here in the first half. Cabot trying to set up the screen. Gee, uncomfortable back there.
That was, again, Jaden Williams is starting to make his presence felt on that side of the field. He's just so big. He's just, anywhere he goes, he's going to be a matchup nightmare, even on the basketball court. But, boy, is he tough on the end.
Mentioned it earlier, but got an offer this week from Missouri. Now that he's made that move to left tackle.
Yeah, they love him there.
Wasn't the only Wampus Cat defensive player to get an offer this week. We'll talk some more about that as we go. 3rd down for G. He overthrows it, looking out to that left side for Ashton Shirley.
So we had that covered up in the underneath route as well as the over route. He had to throw that and drop it in between the two. And with the rush that we have, there's just really no way to thread that like that. He had to throw it on a rope. Just no chance there. Good defensive coverage by the Wampus Cats.
4th and 10 brings in Bo Ford, his 3rd punt of the evening. Conway going to have a little over 2 minutes to try and do something here. Jaden Robinson almost blocked a punt there. Bryce Bohannon taking it off the bounce. Great job by Jaden, though, being able to pull up there.
Well, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know that he got a hand on it, but the ball came out like it got a hand on it. So, really good job by Jaden there.
Conway will start this drive at the 24-yard line. 2:04 to go. See if these Wampus Cats can put some more points on the board.
What are the chances this offense knows how to run a 2-minute drill?
Pretty good. They'll start this drive with a handoff to Bethune. Goes right up the middle for a gain of 7 or 8.
Love it. Good run.
Quick back up to the line. Conway, all 3 timeouts. 2nd and short for Weiss. Sets his feet, looks over the middle for Silverman Barnes. Just overthrew him a hair.
Well, and in that route, Silverman Barnes was just got behind the secondary. But for Weiss, you want to be long there, if anything.
Looking for Bryce Bohannon, early contact along the sideline.
Wow.
Nothing.
That's a full step.
It wasn't a bang-bang plane there.
No, I'm not sure. And wow. That's
4th and 4. Wampus Cat offense lining back up, trying to draw him off sides. We'll see if they'll stick with it here. Weiss gonna step back again. That little pooch punt. No one back for Cabot. Takes a Conway bounce. It's going to go down around the 32 or 33.
Great job by Ben there. Good. Pooch Kid got a good roll out of that one.
1:28 to go. Cabot, another chance to try and get on the board.
So both teams have had a look here inside the last, 3.5, 4 minutes. It's kind of an interesting back and forth. So now they've got time. They've got 2 timeouts left, 1:28 left on the clock. They need a score before they go to half.
Bryce Bohannon out in coverage.
Wow.
Again, Cabot has been trying to go deep several times in this quarter. Secondary might have a chance to bring another one in. Quick screen out to the left for Carmack. He's going to take it past the 45.
Okay. Again, you don't want to give up too many big plays. That's an 11-yard gain. It's not huge. It's not what you really wanted, but it's just 11 yards. Got to make a play, or they're going to wiggle down to their end of the field.
1:22 to go. 2 timeouts for Cabot. And G will have trips to his right. And pressure right on both sides. Proc and Freeman meeting at G.
That's a well-timed. Both sides of both ends, both of our linebackers. Proc plays a rush end anyway, but Boy, what a great job by Freeman to get it on his side. He had no chance there, no chance.
Clock is ticking, under a minute to play, and Cabot doesn't seem to be in any hurry to stop this clock.
Yeah, 2nd and 18. You're going to have to be careful here. You don't want to give the Wampus Cats much room or time either.
Oh, almost picked off by Garlington, and it's going to be a first down for Cabot.
Wow. Boy, that was so close. Good read by our defensive back, just a hair short.
Timeout on the field. We'll go ahead and keep it here.
So we jumped that round. That's the difficult part there is you gamble, right? And so you want to make sure you keep the play in front of you, but when you're that close to a pick, when you've seen the play that well, that's probably a pretty good gamble. You got some guys behind you to be able to clean up the play if you miss, and he did. But boy, that could have been 6 the other way. And it makes them think about it too. I mean, now you got to think, well, okay, they're starting to jump the routes. What you have to be careful with here is the hitch and go, right? So you've thrown it short. Now you got to watch that short and then go long.
Cabot held scoreless here in the first half. This Conway defense wanting to keep it that way. Panthers will receive to start the second half, so big opportunity here for Cabot. Bryce Bohannon staying on the field, playing in that secondary. I'll hand off on the sweep. It's going to be taken down around the 33. There's Birdsong on the sweep.
Yeah, I believe they called their final timeout here.
They did indeed. 30 seconds to play here in the first half. Last timeout by Cabot. Ball spotted at the 33.
Looks like they were trying to pop something there. I mean, they got 9 out of it. It's probably not exactly what they were hoping for. They're hoping for to catch us in a kind of a backed up prevent kind of mode, and really wanted to get probably 15 to 20 there at the very least. But you didn't want to have to do is spend your last time out at that spot. So, you're going to see some passes from here. They'll stop the clock with a first down if they get a first down here, but they don't have a lot more options than to just throw the ball here.
2nd and 2. Defense would like to keep a shutout going here in the first half. Empty backfield for G. Quickly looking out to the right for Birdsong. They're going to pick up the first down. Kept in bounds, though. That clock's going to start ticking as soon as they set the ball. No timeouts for Cabot. Panthers having to move fast for the first time tonight. And they'll spike it to kill the clock. 19 seconds to play.
Good play by Birdsong. He's very elusive once he catches the ball. We've seen that already. We've seen it in film coming in. He's very elusive after the catch, making our guys miss. But we kept him in the boundary after he got the first down, forced them to actually have to go and spike the ball to kill the clock there.
2nd and 10, ball at the 28. Birdsong in motion. G's looking out to his right. Finds Carmack. The ball comes out. They're going to say incomplete.
All right, so they were going to try the hook and lateral there. They had Carmack catching the ball. He was going to flip to Parks coming down the boundary. And so what our coaches were wanting was that he caught it and was trying to pitch it. And it was a fumble, but they didn't call it that way. But that was a hook and lateral.
Called it as an incomplete pass. Twins tight to each side for G. He's going to look to his right. He's going to loft one up into the end zone, and it is picked off. Ashton Waller again.
That's 2 for Ashton. Great job there. High pointed the ball. Really no place for Carmack to even make a grab there, but just high pointed the ball in the corner of the end zone. Great job by Ashton Waller.
Perfect read from the junior. His 3rd interception of the season, 2nd tonight. 9 seconds to go. We'll see what this Conway offense decides to do. They're going to just kneel it and take a 21-point lead into the locker room.
What a great first half by the Wampus Cats.
It's going to do it for the first half. Conway leads 21-0 over the undefeated 4th-ranked Cabot Panthers. Time now for the Conway Regional Health Systems halftime show.
We don't schedule the appointments, but we connect them. We don't read the x-rays, but we stream them. We don't handle the procedures, but we power them. Here's to running the things that make business run smoothly. Conway Corp. Always on.
Welcome back to the Conway Regional Health System halftime show. It's Jeff Matthews. I'm joined by Dr. Caleb Dixon, and we are going to talk about, well, a virus. We're going to talk about the one that hasn't been in the news for the past 9 months or so. It feels like it's not been quite 9 months, but it feels like a lot longer than that. Let's talk about the flu. Dr. Dixon, we got to make sure that we're still taking care of ourselves. Even though COVID has been what we've thought about, the flu is here. We got to make sure we're taking care of ourselves, right?
That's right. So yeah, it's a really important thing. It's coming up. We have no idea what the flu season is going to be like, but it is important that we take care of ourselves and get the flu shot, find the flu shot, and be sure that we're doing all the things we need to do.
I know one of the things that can be a little bit confusing is people are on both sides of the aisle, if you will, in this political season on the flu shot. Tell people why they should get the flu shot, why it's important, who they're protecting. Let's kind of take that 30,000-foot view of it.
Yeah, so anybody over age 6 months can get the flu shot. It's very, very important for people to have lung issues or multiple medical conditions to get the flu shot. Very few people are not allowed to get the flu shot. Egg allergy is one thing that can keep you from getting it. I just encourage you to talk to your physician if you have that, and they can help you make that decision. But yes, there are a few people that can't get it. So the rest of us need to do that to protect those ones that can't. So, if you have a big family or you live with elderly that can't get the flu shot for whatever reason, we got to form that barrier around those people to try to help them from getting sick with the flu.
He's Dr. Caleb Dixon from Conway Regional Health System. And Dr. Dixon, I think one of the things that's happened with COVID, we've all been told so many times, whether it's masks or washing our hands or giving ourselves some space from people, if we take those same precautions, that will help possibly slow the spread of the flu, correct?
Correct. Luckily, in other areas of the world, we have seen a lot milder flu season this year. Now, we can't become complacent with that information, right, but it does appear that the things we are doing are helping. Yes, the common sense things, wash your hands. If you're sick, stay at home, please, or stay away, especially stay away from those people that are high risk. So yes, we do think that all the things that we're learning to do better will potentially help this season be milder than most.
Yeah, if we can find some positives to come out of this COVID-19 season that we're still in the midst of, then maybe that's one of the things, and we can help keep some people healthy and ultimately help save some lives from the flu. Dr. Dixon, thank you for your time today. I know that we've spent so much time talking about COVID, and it's good to push pause on that for just a moment and be reminded that the flu is something serious. So thank you for your time and then your help with that today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Welcome back. We are joined by Wampus Cat Senior Jaden Williams. It is the Senior Spotlight, and our thanks to Conway Regional Health System for their continued sponsorship of all the things that we do with Wampus Cat Athletics. Back in the spring with the basketball Wampus Cats, and we'll talk about that in just a moment with Jaden, but also, of course, this senior football season with Jaden. And Jaden, first of all, let's talk about what's been a start to the season that included a whole new look for the Wampus Cats. Of course, with Mark Kelly coming in his offense, you started as a wide receiver. What's it been like to learn a whole new system under offensive coordinator Mark Kelly?
It was real fun. He's real energetic. He just likes football and likes to have fun, and that fits me too. Fun and just want to play.
Last week, you made the move to left tackle out of necessity for this team. What was going through your mind when the coaches came to you and asked if you'd be willing to move from receiver to the offensive line?
Well, it was kind of a joke between some of the players last year about me playing tackle. So when they asked, that went through my head, and I was like, it's for the team. I'll do it.
So you're pretty much willing to do whatever it's going to take, including maybe some time on the defensive line.
Yes.
So what's that like when you know that, I've had some success doing some different things, but honestly, the most important thing for me to do is do what the coaches need, because that's what a leader does. So talk us through what that's like whenever Coach Kelly or Coach Fimple comes to you and says, man, we need you somewhere else.
I mean, it shows how much value that how much I mean to them and what they think I can do. So it means a lot for them to ask me to be in different places.
Yeah, a lot of talent, a lot of flexibility. Jaden, your team hits the road this week for only the second time. We're all the way to week 6, and it's just your second road game, taking on an undefeated Cabot team. What is your team going to have to do well this week to find success at Cabot?
We just got to play hard the whole game. No mistakes. Just try to have the best game that we can have, and we'll take them down.
And so making the move last week to left tackle, obviously we've seen Colton Jackson there. We've seen Robert Scott there and what those two guys have done on the collegiate level. And so now, obviously this week, it's a great story, man. Congratulations on the call from Missouri. So what's this process been like for you? You've seen a lot of different things that have come your way. So talk us through what it's like when the phone rings or the email comes in or the text comes in. You're like, man, there's some pretty cool things that are happening.
I mean, I know the first couple I was really excited. Well, yesterday I was really excited because I really wasn't expecting it. But it's a good feeling just to know that you have that option to go to college for free and get one step closer to my dream.
And what is that dream?
Be a professional athlete.
That's right. So you say athlete. So does that mean it could happen on the hard court too?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Because you've got some football offers, but I imagine, and I know it's football season, we can't let you go without talking a little bit of basketball. Of course, you were part of the Wampus Cat basketball championship earlier in the year. Are there any skills on the court that you found have really helped you be a better football player too?
Just the footwork. It's just how to be better. Like football, I get in the game. Football to basketball, I'm aggressive in the post. That's all I know. So I think that helps. And then the way I move on the court helps me on the field. So
Jaden, let's talk about just your athletic story. Obviously, on the basketball court, you've had success. You've had success on the football field. What's your earliest memories of playing football?
I started in 6th grade. So
okay.
I played Optimus. I was actually a tackle, offensive tackle in Optimus.
Because you were probably one of the bigger kids then, weren't you?
I was a pound over the weight limit.
That happened to Lee Verne too. Yeah,
that did. I mean, that's one snack cake. That's all that is. So who did you play for in Optimus? Who was your team?
The Chargers.
You were the Chargers. Okay, so we've heard a lot of different teams. No Chargers that we've heard so far. Who were some of the influences in your first 2 years that encouraged you and kind of told you what it's like to be a Wampus Cat? Who were some of those other seniors early on?
Rob.
Big Rob Scott.
Yes.
So now he's at Florida State. Have you had any contact with him since he's been down there?
Talked to him yesterday, actually.
Oh yeah. After your call from Missouri?
Yes.
Man, it's an exciting time, and it's been fun to watch you play. Obviously, watching you on the football field, but you know, when we watched you back in the spring playing basketball, and we can see your face and see the way that you matched up. It's fun to watch you, man. And so keep it up, and we'll keep telling your story on our end. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Jaden. It's Jaden Williams in the Senior Spotlight today.
You don't wake up thinking about internet speed, electricity, reliability. Your mind isn't on advanced treatment facilities or customizable systems. You don't have to think about any of these things because we do. Conway Corp. Always on.
Good evening, Wampus Cat fans. My name is Kennedy Smith, and welcome back to this week's Sports Report. Wampus Cat tennis teams traveled to Cabot to compete in the conference tournament this week. Seniors Jessica Rowe and Julie Newsom competed as a doubles team and qualified for state. The state tournament will be held early next week. Good luck, ladies. The volleyball team had a very busy week, playing 4 matches in just 3 days. They faced Cabot, Bryant, Little Rock Southwest, and Northside. The Lady Cats swept Bryant and Little Rock Southwest in just 3 sets and also had a comeback win against Cabot by forcing a 5th set. Great job, girls. The boys varsity golf team competed in the state tournament to wrap up their season this week. The tournament was held in Rogers. Let's support the varsity football boys as best we can by cheering them on from home tonight. Wrapping up the week for the Conway Wampus Cats, I'm Kennedy Smith, and this has been your weekly sports report. Go Cats!
Back live in Cabot. Halftime almost over, just a few minutes until the start of the second half. Your Conway Wampus Cats leading the undefeated number 4 ranked Cabot Panthers 21-0, a shutout for the defense in the first half.
Had a really good feeling coming into the ball game that what we saw against North Little Rock was going to translate out as well here in Cabot. A lot of similarities between Cabot and North Little Rock, not only with their record, but with how they play. And so some really good things happening on offense and defense. And here's what's interesting about this. If you look at the stats over the at halftime, 13-14 in terms of first downs. The passing yards and the rushing yards are just a few yards off of each other. I mean, they literally are the same. The only difference is, well, there are a couple of differences. One is the turnovers. We're leading in turnovers. The other is the scoreboard, 21-0. So we've taken advantage, and we've made the plays when we needed to, and our defense has stopped them when they needed to. So at the point where they need to make a big play, our defense rose up. At the point where our offense needed to make a big play, we rose up. So really both sides of the ball are really doing well. Really excited about what we saw in the first half.
Some unforced errors for Cabot as well in the first half, several penalties.
Yeah, they had 7 penalties. That's a good call out. 7 penalties versus 2 for the Wampus Cats.
So that helped Conway build a 21-0 lead. So all smiles here in Cabot right now. Conway traveled well as always.
Yeah, we just, as we were coming out of halftime, we saw the banner up. It's West Boudreaux's birthday. So happy birthday, West. He's having a good game. Made a really great play early in the ball game to get us a big gain. So happy birthday, West. Also, I'd like to say, on social media, we've got a lot of folks pinging us and hitting us up for shout-outs. And so want to say hi to a couple of folks in Conway, Mike and Peggy Mason. They are dedicated, one of the most dedicated people that I've been around for the program. They work effortlessly, tirelessly against all the things that they have going on in their life. They dedicate themselves to this volleyball team for sure, and then other programs. They are always at athletic events, and they give their time up freely. They don't ask for anything in return, just a couple of the best people you'd ever want to meet in your life. Mike and Peggy Mason, thanks for watching tonight on Conway Corp.
Big thanks to everyone watching tonight, wherever you're watching from, whether it's on YouTube or watching live on Channel 5 and 585 back home in Conway. No, it's been a little rough at times. We've had some occasional internet issues, so just hang in there with us. We're doing our best to bring this action all back to you in Conway. We're about 2 minutes away from the start of the second half. We're going to take a 30-second break, and then we'll be back with all the second half action here on Conway Corp.
When you're looking for a new home in Conway, why not call on someone who knows the city better than anyone? Velda Luters with Coldwell Banker RPM Group. She has 25 years of experience and understands every aspect of the home buying and selling process. Buying a home can be stressful, but it doesn't have to be. Working with Velda is easy because she knows your needs are unique and she gives you the personalized service it takes to find your perfect home. She loves Conway High Sports and is a longtime supporter of the Conway Wampus Cats and Lady Cats. Find current listings at her website, veldaluters.com, or give her a call.
Back in Cabot. At Conway Corp, we believe in providing the very best services for you and your family. That's why Conway Corp offers a home security and home automation service. With it, you get the reliability and peace of mind of a home security system backed by a local team you know and trust. Learn more at conwaycorp.com. 21-0, Conway leading this one here as we get ready to start the second half. Cabot will receive to start here, so this Conway defense going to have to step up big. It sure would be nice to get another quick stop.
Yeah, I totally blame Bryce Bohannon for losing the coin toss on that one. I'm just, I'm used to winning the coin toss. That's just. I'll talk to him over the break, but I will tell you, I'm not surprised at all by the way our coaches coach our guys up. They came out for the second half, at least physically and emotionally, ready to go. They are hyped and ready to go. I think they're ready to do some damage here.
He's Tim Roach. I'm Levi Gilbert, and Riot Basinger going to start the second half with the kickoff here for Conway. Birdsong receiving for Cabot. Found a little seam out there on the left side. Going to take it near midfield.
Hooch kick didn't work as well that time. We dropped it in the spot, but the ball bounced right into his hands, and he picked it up on the run and was able to actually get some good momentum going before we could get into the lane to tackle.
I believe that's the first kickoff we've seen from the senior, Basinger. So G will start with great field position for Cabot. They're going to start with a handoff to Bell, and he's showing off that quick speed again. Going to pick up a first down on the first play of the second half.
Yeah, they popped that quick draw on us 2 or 3 times. Bell's done a great job of just getting it right at the line of scrimmage and popping through and getting into the second level before we get a chance to get a hat on him.
That straight north speed from Bell has been
tough,
dangerous a few times tonight.
Yeah.
First and 10 for the Panthers. G looking for Carmack quickly, and he could feel Traylon McClure coming.
Great job by Traylon McClure, and again, he's had a couple of pops on some of those routes. That will make you get your head on a swivel. It'll make you think about things, and that's what happened there.
Well, and it was a great job by McClure not doing anything illegal there, because he had a wide open, helpless receiver there. He pulled up enough at the end, but still made a good hit to keep him from hauling in the ball.
Natural instincts, you want to take a good shot there. Good job.
Shirley checking in at receiver for Cabot. They're going to hand off to Jay on the jet sweep, and he's going to go out of bounds on that far side, a gain of 2.
Good job by the defense of getting out and getting up, forcing him all the way to the boundary. He could not even make a play until he got to the boundary. Big third down here for Cabot. They want to try to keep the momentum going.
Third and 7. This Cabot offense still going at their own pace. 21-point lead, not insurmountable. A whole half of football left to play. G looking across the middle for Jay, but that ball gets tipped up, incomplete.
Good coverage at that time by Maurice Freeman, but again, this is one of those situations where G put it actually where he could catch it, but their receivers have their heads on a swivel now. We've made a couple of really good pops, and that gets you thinking. Your hands don't get as far out extended. You don't reach for the ball as well. If you get your hands on the ball in tight coverage, they start thinking about it.
Already a tough call here for Cabot as they don't want to punt away. 4th and 7, they're going to stay on the field.
Got to watch the long play on the boundary here.
Jay in motion. G looking to his right, pressure coming up. He throws one, overthrows, but there's going to be a flag on Traylon McClure in defense of Carmack.
Their receivers are doing a good job of trying to get the attention of the official as they go out. I'm not sure, again, the ball is completely uncatchable, and I get that, but same official has called pretty much every pass interference and holding call out there. He's been the one throwing it.
So I'll set up a new set of downs for Cabot.
Bailed him out.
Moves them to the 26.
All right, time for the defense to step up. This is about as far as they've been into our end of the field. It's time for us to kind of make a play here.
Last time they were in this position, G threw an interception to Ashton Waller. They're going to hand off to Bell here on that right side.
Yeah, Bell got to the edge and got around our end. We lost some containment on that side. They made a good job of blocking it out.
Ty Garlington stepping up to make the play. It'd be a first down for Cabot. 1st and 10 from the 13.
You know, they moved the ball. Again, we've been in a bend, don't break in the first half. So they've had some success. It's a good offense.
G trying to get it out in the flats to Jay. Ashton Waller coming up to the line and batting that ball down.
Good play that time. He could actually see the play developing and timed his jump perfectly. Nice play on the edge, trying to disrupt, get in the passing lanes.
Bring up 2nd and 10 for Cabot.
It hasn't taken them long to get down here.
Just under 11 minutes to play. We're going to run that option out to the left. He pitches to Bell, and he's going to be taken down by Robinson and Freeman.
Wow, boy, listen, we've talked about the speed and the youth of our linebacking core, but Jaden Robinson there absolutely outran him to the spot, chased him down, created a negative play. It's back to 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10, ball back to the 13-yard line. Shirley checking in for Cabot, number 13. The tallest wide receiver on the team. And G's looking over in his direction. Pressure coming. It's going to loft one up in the end zone, and it's going to come down to Carmack. 13-yard touchdown for Cabot. Panthers on the board.
Yeah, G did a good job there of extending the play. We had some pressure. He rolled out. Carmack did a great job of working back to his quarterback to that side of the field and found a seam and made a good catch.
We'll bring in Jack Tebbett to attempt the PAT. Extra point attempt is up and good. Cabot cutting the lead to 14, 21-7. Conway leads with 10-11 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway Court.
Education is all about vision. It requires commitment, investment. So we pour ourselves into Conway students and teachers, schools, and scholarships. A brighter future? Now that's powerful. Conway Corp. Always on.
live in Panther Stadium. Good shot there. The classy students traveling well over to Cabot. Got all those cowboy hats and camo on. Let you figure out the theme for tonight. Conway set to receive after a 13-yard touchdown pass from Tyler G. to Carmack.
All 11 players are currently, they're dropping back now. You never know with Cabot what they're going to do in special teams.
We've got a little bit of a different formation here from your Wampus Cats. Well, there for a moment, Jamal Bethune was lined up and Bryce Bohannon behind him. They have swapped out to their normal positions. Bethune just going to drop on it. The 19-yard line, had trouble hauling that one in.
Yeah, that's the best play right there. I mean, a lot of times you see the special teams guys, or even the running back like a Jamal Bethune, want to pick up the ball, try to make a play after it's been bobbled, and the best thing there to do is follow it. He did a good job of just getting on the ball.
Get our first look at the Wampus Cat offense here in the second half. Weiss looking for Silverman Barnes quickly. He's going to make a move. He's going to pick up a first down.
Great move by Silverman Barnes after the catch. Actually peeled back, made his guy miss, lost a couple of yards in the move, and then came back forward and actually made a great job to get a first down there.
Conway hurrying back up to that line. Going to hand off to Jamal Bethune. Going to get a gain of 6 or 7 on that one.
He's moving the pile. What a well-built young man. His lower legs are just strong.
Weiss trying to find Bryce Bohannon quickly on that slant they like to connect on, but defended well in double coverage.
Does a good job by Bryce just to get his hands on the ball. Big play here by the Wampus Cats. Need to keep the ball.
3rd and 5. Conway coming into tonight, converting on 47% of third downs. Weiss is going to look deep for Micah Mosby. He tries to come back to it. Gets caught up. Far side out there with Houston Wiley, and we've seen the officials being very generous with flags tonight, but not on that one.
You've got on our side over here on this side, they're talking to the official that's thrown most of the pass interference plays. And they blocked it.
Ben Weiss trying the pooch kick, and this time it gets blocked. Cabot's going to have great starting field position here and the momentum.
Yeah, we didn't get a break either way. I mean, that pooch kick can be that way if they rush it right, and so they did. They got a hand on it, and then we didn't get a break on the long throw because he definitely was interfered. But different official, different take on the play. But wow, not a break there.
Cabot will start the 43. G's going to keep it. They're going to, wow. That was a long developing play, and Jalen McEwen thought that G had handed it off to Jay, so he let up on the sack.
This is where new football rules come into play. I mean, you can't make a really hard tackle on the quarterback if you're not sure if he has the ball, because it's a penalty otherwise, and so he let up, and he actually had the ball.
It's a great fake by G, and he let go of a long one, and it almost picked off by Traylon McClure. 2nd and 10 for Cabot. G rolling out to his right. It's going to connect with Carmack again, and Conway struggling to get him down.
They're starting to roll out G. They're not going to leave him in the pocket much. They're starting to roll out. Made some adjustments at halftime. You knew Scott Reed was going to do that. It's a good offense. They can move the ball, and they're doing it now.
Carmack has been effective tonight. The UCA baseball commit, all 7A Central a year ago. A little bit of a different look here for Cabot. Got a tight end in on the right side. They're going to hand off to Bell over on the right.
24 Mason Bell on the carry.
Making plays in big chunks of yards right now. Defense is backed up again. They've been on the field a lot here in this quarter. It's only 3 minutes long, but they've been on. Yeah.
Feels like it's been a lot more than 3 minutes.
Yeah.
21-7. Conway leads. Cabot got a score quickly to start the third quarter, and 3 and out from Conway. Cabot driving again. He's going to pump to his left, now rolling out to his right. He's going to keep it. He is hit low and hard from Tyler Garlington.
Preston Prock there to clean up the play as well. Tyler's not going to want to take that many kind of licks throughout the game, but that's a good run for a first down. He got down just in time.
Did pick up the first down for Cabot. 1st and 10 from the 15. They'll hand off to Bell. Takes it up the middle for a gain of a couple.
Yeah, good play by the defense there, taking that play away. It's actually, that play's bounced out a couple of times for some success and really had a good job there of stopping it for a minimal gain.
Play clock down to 15. It's Cabot offense wants to take their time, get their play set. Birdsong in motion. They'll hand off to him on the sweep. He makes a Conway defender miss, and he's going to walk in for the 13-yard touchdown.
That play has threatened a couple of times to pop for big, and they finally got it on the edge there. We missed a tackle around the 7-yard line. And after that, it was easy pickings.
So after 21 points from your Wampus Cats in the first half, Cabot 13 unanswered here to start the second half. And they make it 14. Lead cut down to 7. Conway leads 21-14, 7:53 to go. 30 seconds and we're back here in Cabot.
You don't wake up thinking about internet speed, electricity, reliability. Your mind isn't on advanced treatment facilities or customizable systems. You don't have to think about any of these things because we do. Conway Corp. Always on.
Conway facing their first bit of adversity here in Cabot tonight. Built a 21-0 lead going into halftime, and Cabot has scored 14 quick points here in the third quarter.
All the momentum is with Cabot now.
Jack Tevitt getting ready to kick off. The wind picking up a little bit down on the field. We'll have to reset. Just out of frame. Tevitt doesn't take much of a head start to get those kicks off. Ball being received at the second level, and
yeah, you don't want.
Fields.
Yeah, you don't want to do anything crazy there. That's kind of what they're expecting. The kicking team is expecting that if you kick it at that level, those guys have been coached to get down pretty quickly. But again, 27-yard line, that's not too bad.
Wampus Cats will start with trips to the left. They'll hand off to Jamal Bethune to start this drive. He's going to get a pickup of 5.
Really good run by Jamal. That's the way you try to stay ahead of the sticks. That's a good job in the middle there by the offensive line.
Jamal coming into tonight's action, 416 yards rushing, 7 touchdowns. Weiss going to look deep, and he's got Bryce Bohannon. Bryce hauling it in. Looks like we may have flag on the field. Illegal formation, and there were 5 in the backfield.
Boy, I mean, not only do you, that's huge play, but now you're backed up behind the sticks as well. Wow. Untimely penalty.
Take it back to 2nd and 12 after the big play is wiped out. Weiss looking for Bryce again, right at the sticks, so he'll pick up the first down and step out of bounds.
See, that's a really, really mature play. Good call by Mark Kelly. You didn't really worry about that play. Just line up and do another one. You get a 12-yard pass on a 2nd down and 11. Just a great call there.
1st and 10 at the 41. They're going to set up a screen for Bryce. Makes one Cabot defender miss and getting in the grill of Landon Meek.
Well, they didn't get a good spot there either. He actually got 2 more yards, but the official blew the play down dead. He was still moving forward.
2nd and 6 for Conway. Weiss going under center, setting up the screen for Wes Boudreaux. And now we get to see that burst of speed from Wes.
10-yard sprint for West. He's tough to beat in space. You get him a little bit of open room. Man, he's quick.
Happy birthday.
Happy
First
birthday.
down.
Yeah, baby.
1st and 10 for your Wampus Cats. We'll hand this one off. Manny Smith.
Not a lot of room there. Again, and here's the thing. In some of those plays, when we're getting to the line of scrimmage, they are still shifting, trying to figure out where they want to be.
No gain for Conway. Weiss looking deep for Bryce Bohannon again. He's got separation. He comes back, calls it in. He's going to walk into the end zone. 44 yards for Bryce Bohannon.
All right. 2nd time is a charm, and it's even better than what it was before. Great throw by Ben Weiss. Ben has dropped the long ball has dropped the ball on Bryce now 2 or 3 times. Just a great throw by Ben Weiss. Great job by Bryce Bohannon after the catch, making it happen.
2nd touchdown reception of the night for the senior.
Great night by Bryce Bohannon.
Adrian Mejia in for the extra point. Looks like it got tipped, but it's going to bounce over the crossbar. Everything going the way of the Wampus Cats on that drive. Lead extended back out to 14. 28-14. Conway leads, 6:11 to go in the 3rd quarter. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway Corp.
We don't schedule the appointments, but we connect them. We don't read the x-rays, but we stream them. We don't handle the procedures, but we power them. Here's to running the things that make business run smoothly. Conway Corp, always on.
After 14 points from Cabot to start the 3rd quarter, and after a big play is wiped out by a penalty, this Conway offense responds. 44-yard touchdown pass to Bryce Bohannon. They're going to get a nice bounce here on the kickoff. Traylon McClure in defense, going to bring down Birdsong.
That's the way that play is drawn up. That's what you want to see is the ball to really kind of football is a hard object to try to catch, and it's difficult on the ground. It can go any direction, and it did that time. Wow, what a great listen, what a mature offensive drive that was. I mean, you've taken the gut punch out of them or coming out of half. You get a great, huge play on your offense, get it called back, and you're behind the sticks. You worked it right back down the field.
You said it at the half. Scott Reed would have this Cabot team focused, come out here in the 2nd half, and Conway now responding. Stringing this play out, it's going to be stopped behind the line.
Did a fantastic job there of once you string it out, if you can get into the gaps with the blocking scheme that they have, if you can shoot into the gap and get behind it, you can really disrupt it, and that's exactly what happened there. Great job by this side of the defensive line.
Kelvin Thomas checking in. Tavis Taylor also out on the field for the Wampus Cats.
Tavis is really fast. He's a good linebacker.
2nd and 12 for Cabot. G looking to his left. And what a play by Troy Wiseman, coming in right as the ball was coming into Carmack. Clean play.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect play. Well timed by Troy Wiseman.
3rd and long. Coming up for Cabot, the ball at the 11. See if Conway decides to bring some pressure here. G pump fakes. He's going deep. He's got Carmack, but he overthrows him just by a yard. That would have been a big one.
Yeah, Carmack, he ran a great route there. Got Troy turned around, had 3 steps on him. If the ball drops there, that's a touchdown.
Instead, Cabot going to be forced to punt away. Bo Ford in his own end zone. Gets the punt off, but it is not going to be a long one here. And they're going to throw a flag. Is it on Robinson or Proc?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but they're going to call it. They're probably going to call roughing the kicker, and if so, it'll be a first down. Now, I thought he was blocked into him, but that's the way I saw that.
There was very little discussion. Bo Ford still on the turf.
Yeah.
But they're going to wipe the flag off. Yeah, he was being blocked into the punter, just like you said, Tim. That's why we hired you. Kind of analysis right there. Bo Ford getting up and walking off, so that's good to see.
Yeah, that's a good opportunity there to and the official did a good job. He hesitated throwing the flag. He finally threw it just to make sure he could get a good conference out of it. He's not the only one watching that part of it, and they did a good job of picking that one up.
So all that said, Conway going to start at the 29. So very short field for the Wampus Cats, who just put up 7 a few minutes ago. They'll start this drive, handing off to Jamal Bethune. He makes a move to the left, and he's got some space. He's going to take it all the way down around the 6 or 7.
Boy, our offensive line did a great job there. That's actually Sean Tufu now on the left side. Did a fantastic job of sealing there.
22-yard run for Bethune. Conway quick to the line. They're going to give it to him again, and he's going to make a quick step into that middle, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The option read there was a little bit jumbled up. We didn't quite get the handoff and very cleanly, and so that play hesitated at the line of scrimmage, and they were able to pounce on it.
They say he did get back to the line of scrimmage, so 2nd and 7. They're going to set up the screen pass for Bethune. He was not able to haul that in. Didn't really look like he was ready.
Yeah, and they had it covered up pretty well. That was actually probably ends up being a better play because we would have lost some yards there.
3rd and goal from the 7. Manny Smith checking in. Saw him walk into the end zone on a screen pass in the first half. They're going to move him to the right side of Weiss. Trips to the right. Weiss is looking for West Boudreaux. West unable to haul that one in, a little high. He's going to bring in the field goal unit.
Well, promising start there for that drive, and really 3 plays there that we just did not execute it like we're used to.
He's going to bring in Mejia for the 24-yard attempt, and it is good. Mejia's 3rd field goal of the season. lead out to 17 now for Conway, 31-14, 4:35 to play here in the third quarter. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway Court. Back at Panther Stadium here in Cabot. Conway leading 31-14 after the 24-yard field goal from Adrian Mejia. Cabot's going to start right around the 30. Big hit coming in from Darius Hayes.
Yeah, that, wow. He had a little bit of momentum got a good, the pooch kick or the pop-up kick went a little bit longer than probably what we had hoped. He caught it cleanly. Wow, Darius Hayes.
Darius got the start tonight at safety. We've seen Traylon McClure picking up the snaps in the second quarter and staying in there here into the second half. Darius making some big plays on special teams. Let's see how Cabot responds. G looking deep over the middle, and he finds Jay. Big gain down to the 40.
That's just a great throw and a great route. Tyler Garlington was with him there, but you're not going to beat a good throw like that.
G showing off that strong arm here in the second half. He's had opportunities, a few looks, threw 2 interceptions in the first half. Been more on target here in the second. He'll keep here, and he's going to get a big gain. Dragged down from behind by Ashton Waller.
Yeah, we haven't seen necessarily that play yet. That was a quarterback draw all the way. They've seen something with that middle part of our defensive line on these quick draws. I mean, he didn't even really hesitate much there. It was just a quick step, and he was gone.
Ball set down at the 16 now. 2 big plays. Cabot down in the red zone. They're going to hand off to Bell over on the left side. Wrapped up by Tavis Taylor and a few other Wampus Cats.
Not much gain there. It's a really good job getting to the boundary and making sure that he didn't bounce it outside.
Call it a gain of 1, 2nd and 9 coming up for Cabot. 3:30 to play here in the third quarter. Carmack in motion. He's been dangerous here in the second half. They're going to get the screen out to the other side. It's going to be an easy touchdown, 15 yards to Connor Organ.
Yeah, that's a little tight end waggle. You roll everybody out to the right side of the field and you throw back to the left, and it was there. Almost got a block in the back there at about the 15-yard line, but too much of a good play there for us.
Cabot answering back quickly after the field goal from Conway. PAT is up and good. Lead back down to 10. Conway leads 31-21. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway Court.
DeBoard Electronics, a trusted name since 1952, is located at 650 Dave Ward Drive, 2 miles west of I-40. DeBoard Electronics offers state-of-the-art options to customize your Yamaha golf cart or your Polaris side-by-side and even your boat. With cutting-edge products, you will look good and sound good when you're cruising the water. So enjoy your time on the lake listening to your favorite tunes thanks to DeBoard Electronics, 650 Dave Ward Drive in Conway.
Well, so far here in the second half, every time Cabot has thrown their best haymaker, Conway's been able to respond.
Time to do it again.
See if the Wampus Cats can do it again here. 3:16 to go here in the third quarter. Cats lead by 10. Jack Tevitt set to kick off for Cabot. Looks like Manny Smith. Oh, they're going to try an onside kick. I think Cabot's going to recover it. Conway had 2 opportunities to get on the ball. It is going to be Cabot ball right at the 45. Cabot pulling out another haymaker here in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's and I was just about to say it looked like he was his lineup on his kick was so much different. I mean, he
got so much deeper. Yeah.
I knew something was up. But wow, this is boy. I mean, Cabot's not going to go away. They're going to fight tooth and nail.
Conway defense just got off the field, right back on it again. G looking out for Carmack on a screen. Going to pick up about 5 yards.
Time for the defense to rise up. They're going to try to now they're back in the ball game. They don't have to work as fast. They don't have to work as hard. 10-point game with 2:55 left in the third is it's a new ball game. So they'll go back to their normal offense, try to chip away, throw vertically when they can, pop a quick draw.
Hand off to Parks, and he's got a big gain right up the middle.
Yeah, that's that quick draw again, and that's been dangerous for them, and they have really done a number on us getting into the second level very quickly.
Ball down to the 20. Cabot quickly back into Conway territory. G under center, gonna hand off to Parks.
Trying to exploit the middle of our defense. Got Jaden Williams in there now on the defensive end.
Jaden having to play a lot both ways tonight. They'll go under center again. G's rolling out to his right, looking over the middle, and he's got a wide open Oregon for the 15-yard touchdown reception, and just like that, Cabot within 4.
Yeah, he rolled out, bought some time, really had no pressure on him there, and when you give a good quarterback that kind of time, he's going to find his target, and he was wide open in the end zone.
PAT is up and good. Lead now down to 3 for your Wampus Cats. 1:47 to go here in the third quarter. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway court. Back in Cabot has been a wild third quarter. How many points, Tim?
38. 5 touchdowns combined and 3 points throwing a field goal. That is a lot in high school football.
A lot of points in one quarter.
Still got 2 minutes left.
And you know this Conway kickoff team is going to be watching every move here as Cabot lining up back deep again. Last time he did this, ended up being an onside kick. Now he's coming up back more into his standard kicking position. He is going to kick this one deep. Conway will start at the 20. So if you're Mark Kelly, what are you drawing up here?
Well, so what you want to do is you want to get your defense some time. So you're looking for some chip plays here. You want to get some things in the wing. Obviously, you can get Bryce Bohannon deep when you need to. So you want to set that up with some of these quick pitches to the boundaries. Maybe get a West Boudreaux in some space.
Bryce Bohannon in motion. Weiss is going to roll out to that right side. This is going to be thrown incomplete, out of bounds, looking for Wes Boudreaux.
Yeah, too many Cabot Panthers in the boundary there for that to be any good. So good job by Ben just to throw that one away.
Second and 10.
That's a 5-yarder.
Weiss, hard count there, is going to draw Cabot off sides. Be 2nd and 5 coming up for Conway.
Yeah, it's a good way to go from behind the sticks to right where you want to be, 2nd and 5.
Weiss looking to his left. He's going to roll out. He's going to keep it. Getting to the sidelines. Conway fans wanting a late hit, but
yeah, that was right at the boundary. I'll watch the replay on that one on the Cabot board, but
gain of 4 for Weiss. Brings up 3rd and 1. And a handoff to Bethune. Bethune's going to get the first down and some.
Bethune's had some hard yards this year, hasn't he? Man, he can take a lick.
First down, Conway. Another handoff to Bethune. Right up the middle. He's going to bounce it out to the left. Gain of 12. Another first down for Bethune.
Wow. Just when you think you've got him tackled, he bounces out and gets another 8 yards. What a play by Jamal Bethune there.
Conway will send trips to the right. Bryce Bohannon near side. Weiss going to loft one up, and no one back there. Another miscommunication on the route.
Yeah, West cut that one off a little bit, and Ben thought he was going to go deeper than that, but he cut his route off a little shorter. Still no panic in this offense, though. I mean, there's really not.
Bryce Bohannon stepping out. Jackson Moss entering the game. Near side there, number 85. Throw out in the flats to Bethune, and he's got some space. There's going to be a flag thrown behind where Bethune was just running.
They're going to call a hold there, it looks like. The penalties have definitely evened out. Conway was ahead in that stat line in the first half, but the flags have been all on Conway this half.
It's going to set up 2nd and 20.
After the penalty, it'll be 2nd down and 20.
Bryce Bohannon checking back in. Boogie Carr now in the backfield. Going to find Bryce over the middle. Making Cabot defenders miss. That's what he does, and he's going to pick up the first down.
Wow.
Still on his feet.
Oh my gosh. I mean, he was stopped 2 or 3 times in the middle of the field, and I mean, just kept pushing. That's Bryce Bohannon, man. That's classic.
43 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Fresh set of downs for the Wampus Cats.
Yeah, 2nd and 20, no problem, right?
Empty backfield for Weiss. 4 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Trying to find Boogie Carr over the middle, and Cabot defender getting a hand on it.
Yeah, Boogie was trying to find that soft spot in between the safety and the linebackers. Just not quite there. They had backed up far enough. Linebackers had to get in there and disrupt the flow of the play.
Nice little breeze picking up here in Cabot. Second and 10. Handoff to Boogie Carr. Boogie making some moves. Going to be a short pickup. Call it 2.
All right, 3rd and 8. You've got a team with all the momentum. We've made some good plays here on offense when we needed to. This could be 2-down territory.
Manny Smith checking in. I think they're going to let this clock run out. Go into the 4th quarter. At the end of 3, Your Wampus Cats lead Cabot 31-28. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway Court.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
Conway Corp is proud to provide internet services to customers who are looking for a reliable, high-speed experience. With speeds up to 1 gig, everyone in your house can surf at blazing fast speeds, whether they're playing games, streaming media, sharing photos, shopping, or just browsing. Learn more at conwaycorp.com.
Could be 2 down territory here, Levi.
3rd and 8 coming up for your Wampus Cats. Ball at the 37. Manny Smith in the backfield. Weiss trying to find
Micah Mosby.
Micah Mosby over on the near side sideline, incomplete.
Kind of expected a run there, or at least a shorter pass to set up a little bit more manageable 4th down, but hey, here we go.
4th and 8. Wampus Cats have converted over 50% of 4th down attempts on the season. Empty backfield for Weiss. He's going to go deep looking for Wes Boudreaux. Overthrows him, incomplete. Turnover on downs.
Well, we've got some we can get deep on these guys, that's for sure, and he's trying to make that play. He's dropped several really good passes. That one again just long. Didn't really give our guy a chance to make a play. West was streaking but couldn't catch up.
Cabot takes over at the 37. They have not led the entire game. Chance to do so on this possession. Parks in the backfield with G. Gonna fake the handoff to Parks. G being chased down, rolling out to his right. He's gonna find Shirley over the middle.
They've done a really good job. G does a really good job of just trying to create some time for his wide receivers, and we're not being as disciplined as we can be here. We've got to stay on our guys as he rolls out. Stay with your guy. Roll with him. They're going to go with the flow of the play. Every time they've created a play like that, it's been when the quarterback's going to the boundary and the wide receivers go that way too.
1st and 10, Cabot at the 47. Now hand off to Parks. Out on that right side, he's got some room. It'll be another 1st down for Cabot.
This offense is really getting some chunk yards here. I mean, it's 10 yards almost every time they touch the ball. We're going to have – now we're to the point now where you've either got to make an adjustment or you're going to have a big play. We need a play behind the line of scrimmage.
This Cabot offense has really found its stride here in the second half. All 28 of their points coming in the second half. G has Carmack deep. No one close. 36-yard touchdown for G to Carmack. Cabot takes the lead.
Yeah, I was watching Carmack down the sidelines. We had a little miscommunication in our coverage, and it created a deep ball down the boundary, and a perfect throw by G.
So the first time tonight, Cabot taking the lead here in the 4th quarter. Got a flag here on the PAT attempt.
Had movement or an illegal formation, not sure which. It's a dead ball foul, so we'll have to re-kick here.
Penalty against Cabot. Back it up a little bit. This is a big extra point here.
Sure, absolutely.
Try and go up by 4. A few more yards didn't make a difference. Extra point is good. Cabot, 35-31, 4-point lead now for the Panthers, 11-17 to go. 30 seconds and we're back here in Cabot.
Located on Robinson Avenue next to Laurel Park, the Conway Regional Rehabilitation Hospital is one of only 4 licensed inpatient rehab hospitals in the entire state. Patients are cared for by specially trained staff under the direction of an on-site physician who specializes in rehabilitation medicine. Conway Regional Rehab Hospital, your choice for comprehensive care to bring you one step closer to home.
Back in Cabot. Now it's really time to see what these Wampus Cats are made of after building a 21-point lead heading into halftime.
Helton's Wrecker U-Haul has
Cabot
the service you
here
need.
in the
Whatever
fourth
the automotive problem, Helton's has the diagnostics to repair it. If you're moving across town or across country, Helton's is your number one choice for U-Haul in Conway.
A lot of different scenarios for this Wampus Cat team.
Like the ball was blown down again. Conway got to be anxious about that onside kick again. You know it's got to be in their heads. Looks like Tevitt's going to kick it deep. A little pooch kick there.
Fumble on the play.
I'm not sure why he blew the whistle.
Yeah, a little strange there. We had a whistle causing some confusion out there. In either case, it's going to be Conway ball at the 37.
I'll have to talk to my good buddy Michael Hannon about why that's a dead ball. It's interesting. That's the first kind of break I think we received here.
In either case, I don't think Conway was going to end up with it, so
no.
Nice break for the Wampus Cats. Errant whistle. They're going to start this drive at the 37. It'll begin with a Jamal Bethune handoff. He just will not go down.
No. 93 came in and cleaned that up, but yeah, you got to with him.
Gain of 3. Micah Mosby on the hitch. Gonna haul that in, set up a 3rd and 2.
Well, that's one way to disrupt it, get the ball bouncing around before they set it. So critical down here for the Wampus Cats.
Weiss finding Wes Boudreaux on the quick out. He's gonna haul that in for the first down.
Wow, what a great play by Wes Boudreaux. Got his feet tippy-toed down, right ahead of the sticks. Not a lot of margin for error there, and a great throw, great catch.
Trips to the left for Weiss. He's gonna hand off to Bethune. Bethune got a little bit of space there in the middle. Still pushing forward. Gonna mark forward progress right around the 45.
He's just forward momentum. He doesn't really go backwards much. Even when they've got him held up, he's going to always lean forward.
Another handoff to Bethune. He's going to kick it back out to that left side there in the middle. It's going to be real close to a first down. 3rd and 1. Manny Smith checking in now. Trips to the left. Now hand off to Manny. Manny making a quick cut. Get the first down and take it all the way down near the 30.
My man Manny having some tough yards. This is not like him. He had 6 carries for 20 yards in the first half. He's making some tough runs here.
They'll give it to him again. Plants his foot, makes that quick push north, and it's going to pick up 2.
Yeah, he had to kind of climb over a lineman, a couple of linemen that were down, and that's a tough spot for the running back.
2nd and 8, ball down to the 29. Weiss looking for Wes Boudreaux over the middle. Wes going to haul that one in through the contact.
Wow, that was a lick, and he held onto the ball. Tough spot. Got Clay Fisher coming in now.
Clay Fisher, Micah Mosby near side. Silverman, Barnes, Bryce Bohannon out to the left. He's going to look for Bryce Bohannon. Bohannon, the senior. What a clutch catch, knowing contacts coming over the middle. First down, Wampus Cats.
That's back-to-back tough catches by our receivers. Wow.
First down, ball set at the 18. Weiss looking over the middle. He's got Micah Mosby for the 18-yard touchdown reception.
Wow, see, now we've talked all year long about what a matchup nightmare Micah Mosby is, and that play has come in several times. This is the 3rd touchdown for him on that exact play. Just a crossing route over the middle, matchup nightmare. He's 6'3", goes up and gets it. What a great throw.
Mosby's 2nd receiving touchdown on the year, his 1st since all the way back in week 0. Freshman kicker Mejia. PAT is up and good. Lead back out to 3 for Conway. 38-35, 8:21 to go here in Cabot. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway court.
Take it outside, boys!
Johnson's down the right side. He crosses over the corner and shoots. Oh, no! Oh, brilliant.
You didn't plan on a disaster, but you have a choice on who restores it. Choose the best. Tell your insurance provider you choose All Clean USA.
Mom said take it outside.
Back in Cabot, Conway regains the lead here in the 4th quarter. 38-35, 8:21 to go. Jay hauling it in. He's going to move over to the middle of the field. He's going to get nice yardage on the return, setting up Cabot with good field position.
Well, that pop-up kick has not, I mean, other than when it hits the ground, has not really worked. They're catching it in stride, and he's a talented wide receiver, really good with the ball in his hands.
So all the pressure on Conway for much of this second half. As Cabot has gone on this scoring spree. See how Cabot does with the pressure back on them. Option for G, he's going to keep it. Picking up a gain of 4.
Yeah, he made something out of nothing there. I'm not sure that wasn't a busted play. It looked like he was really wanting to pitch it, but had nobody there to go to.
Nick Miller checking in. We're going to hand off. Bell with a huge gain out on the right side.
Well, when he gets out there on the edge, he is super fast and has had a lot of success in the middle of the field. Now you see it on the bounce out to the outside. Nobody there for the Wampus Cats.
Puts the ball all the way down to the 16 for Cabot. Trailing by 3. Got a flag on the field.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a bit of a hole on the wide receiver on this side of the field.
Thrown at the near hash mark. going to be a holding against the Panthers.
You know, as a wide receiver, that's a difficult spot when you're blocking on a running play like that, because you're out in space. Any kind of handsy move you make, if you don't get rid of it really quickly, if you hold on it too long, you're just out there in the open for the official to see. And good call there. He had a hold of him and kind of held our guy back from the play. So good break for the Wampus Cats there.
1st and 20 coming up for Cabot now. Bell and G in the backfield. Fake to Bell. G's going to roll out to his right, being chased by Trey Banks, and he's going to loft one up for Carmack. And he finds him again. 29-yard touchdown to Carmack.
It's the same song, different verse, right? So bought time, we were chasing on the edge, and he worked all the way to the boundary, and their receivers are doing an excellent job of working with the quarterback all the way to the space, and we've just not caught up.
This fourth quarter shaping up to be a who has the ball last scenario. High snap, pulled down and put through by Tebet. 42-38 Cabot quickly taking back the lead. 7-11 here to go in Cabot, 30 seconds and we're back on Conway Court.
From day one, Centennial has been there for the people of Conway, the people that teach us, protect us, guide us, and work to make Conway better every day. That's why we've donated over $5 million to local organizations and causes, and we have the same commitment to serving you for life's milestones and everyday moments. Centennial Bank, proud to call Conway and Faulkner County home.
It's been a back and forth affair here in the second half. Cabot regaining the lead for the second time here in the fourth quarter, 42-38. Panthers on top, 7-11 left to go.
They're running the ball, they're passing the ball, everything they're doing they're having success on, and a lot of it is set up by the ability to pop those good runs. When you do that, you keep people in a position a little bit longer, and when you roll out, they're finding success, rolling to the boundary, throwing to the boundary. It's going to be another one of those games, Levi.
Tebet kicking deep. It's going to be Manny Smith hauling this one in. He's going to bounce it out to the right side. He's got some space. Turning the corner at the 40. Out of bounds. Nice return from the junior.
Really didn't think he was going to get to the edge there, but then I forgot it was Manny Smith. He really just out-sprinted the one guy who had a shot to bring him down for just a decent return, and he made something out of that.
How dare you forget about Manny Smith? Come on.
It's hard for me. It's hard for me. All right, here we go, offense.
Sets up first down at the 42 for the Wampus Cats. Ben Weiss, lots of time looking over the middle for Bryce Bohannon. 58 yards and the score.
Well, okay. One of those games, Levi. Ben Weiss just dropped it. They only rushed 3 that time. Gave Ben a little bit of a chance to get some time to throw, and boy, I mean, just dropped it on a dime.
I've lost count. Is that 3 or 4 for Bryce tonight?
I don't know. We'll have to go back and take a look. My goodness.
We'll have to reach out to stats.
My
Bryce
goodness.
has just been lighting it up.
What a shootout.
Receiving tonight. Conway quickly regaining the lead. Whew. Extra point is up and good. Conway back on top, 45-42. 6:53 to go. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway Corp.
You're watching Conway Corp, Channel 5 and 585. Conway's source for local community programming. Here you'll find the Wampus Cats, Conway City Council, here and there featuring local events. Burn and breathe that will get your heart rate up and down. Find new adventures on Away for a Day or grab your sketch pad and draw with Mr. Foy's easel. Plus, learn more about Conway Corp store. We're creating original programming with Conway in mind on Conway Corp Channel 5 and 585.
6:53 remaining here in Cabot. Your Wampus Cats back on top, 45-42 after a 58-yard touchdown reception from Bryce Bohannon, his third of the game.
Yeah, and put him over 200 yards on the evening on receiving. What a great night by Bryce Bohannon.
Mejia kicking this one deep. Cabot will return. Birdsong bouncing it out to the left, and he's going to fall down right at the 15.
Wade Simpson made a great play. He got the stiff arm, but knocked him off balance just enough to get it. Great tackle by Wade Simpson.
Let's see what this Cabot offense draws up again. We need our Wampus Cat defense to make a play.
I'm not very good at math, Levi, but I think that's 66 points in the second half. 66 total points. Just the defenses are getting worn out. Both offenses are clicking.
Classy students making some noise. Cabot's on this side of the field, close to our student section. Picked off. Ashton Waller again returns it. 16-yard interception return for Waller. His third interception of the game.
That is the break you're looking for. Ashton Waller with 3 picks tonight and a pick 6 to go with it. Wow.
Excuse me, Maurice Freeman.
Was it Freeman? Maurice Freeman. He high-pointed the ball, Levi, went out, got it in space. Was trying to drop it on him. Hey, listen, if you're going to get one pick, that's the kind of pick you want, right? Maurice Freeman, pick 6. Wow.
Freeman playing that bandit role, that hybrid linebacker slash safety position, and getting a big interception there. And and they're going to wipe it off.
All right, so they're calling an unsportsmanlike conduct on Wampus Cats before he crossed the line of scrimmage, dropping it back 15 yards from the spot. So there you go. Welcome to Cabot.
I'll set the ball at the 18, so wipe off the 6 points for Maurice Freeman, but Conway will take over possession at the 18 after the penalty was assessed. And they'll hand off to Jamal Bethune. Bethune making a cut back into the middle. Going to be a gain of 8 or 9.
That's a huge play. That's a huge call. We'll get some, hopefully have some feedback on exactly what happened, but wow. All right, time to go to work. Offense, good play.
Trips to the right for Weiss. They're going to hand off to Bethune again. He shakes off a Cabot defender, gets back to that line of scrimmage.
And I'll say this on that on the flag that they called in sportsmanlike. Our coaches really didn't have a lot of argument, so that's an indication that maybe we had a problem there.
Jamal Bethune picking up the first down. That'll bring up 1st and goal from the 7. We've got a injured Cabot Panther on the field. Training staff out there quickly to check things out. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break here and be back with the rest of the fourth quarter here on Conway Corp.
Community is everywhere. Banking where you are, when you need it. On any device. At home, and wherever you play. We're committed to offering excellent service, competitive rates, and convenience in each of our 27 locations and beyond. Visit our website and discover how we can help your community at First Community Bank, where community is everything.
Well, it's been a wild night here in Cabot. The injured Cabot defender getting up on his feet now, able to walk off the field. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 7 for your Wampus Cats, leading by 3 with 6:03 to play. You got to feel like you got to get 6 here.
You do. That field goal here does you some good, but the way they're scoring, you've got to have 7 here. You need to score a touchdown in this red zone drive.
Hand off to Jamal Bethune again. He's trying to break through a few tackles, gets it down near the 5.
Tough yard there. Second and goal from about the 6. We're going to need to make a play on the boundary.
Silverman Barnes, Bryce Bohannon out to the left. Boudreaux, Micah Mosby out to the right. Silverman Barnes going to move over to the right. That'll give trips. Bryce Bohannon in isolation out on that far side. We're going to look for Bryce. He hauls the pass in, but they're going to say he's down at the 1.
Oh, man. They're just not getting any breaks down there.
Maybe down at the 1-inch line.
I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Goal line formation coming in for your Wampus Cats. 3rd and 1.
Going heavy.
Last time we saw this formation, Ben Weiss kept it, rolled out to the right, and scored. He's going to keep it himself, go straight in, and we've got a flag. It's going to be against your Wampus Cats.
Oh, my gosh.
Got some unhappy fans here.
I mean, well, and they've every right to be. I mean, every time we've made a play here in this quarter, we've had to look for a flag to be thrown. Wow.
It's going to back it out to the 5. 3rd and goal from the 5. Weiss finds Silverman Barnes for the 5-yard score.
I'm like you, Levi. I didn't want to call it good until I searched the field for some laundry.
Yeah, I've gotten a little gun shy here.
Silverman Barnes with a great catch. Just basically did a basketball move, right? He just posted up in the end zone, turned his back. Weiss dropped it right on him. Good score there. Had to have 6.
Mejia here with the chance to put Conway back up by 10. And he does. Just like that, Conway back up by 10, 4:35 to play here in Cabot. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway Court.
Attention please, the news conference will start in mere moments.
Hi, welcome, good day. I know you have lots of questions about the mysteries surrounding the new Ford Bronco.
We have questions. Over here.
I know you're excited about the new Ford Bronco. The simple answer is Smith Ford is here to help you order and build your new 2021 Ford Bronco.
Come experience Smith Ford's family customer service in Conway, exit 127, right off of I-40.
Everybody,
Take a deep breath.
whether you're wherever you're watching from, if you're a Wampus Cat fan, let's all inhale, exhale. Yeah. 4:35 to go. The Wampus Cats back up by 10. 52 points tonight for your Wampus Cats. 6 touchdowns for Ben Weiss.
Having a night. Boy, we're going to need every point, Levi. We're going to need every point.
It sure feels that way. It feels like 4:35 is still an eternity here as we kick off to Cabot. Birdsong trying to get a big return for the Panthers. He's going to be taken down at the 35.
They've had a lot of success on the returns tonight, and just kudos to them. They've got a good game plan, and they're working it right now. So, Wampus Cats defense needs to step up, and needs to step up right here. We had some success in the first half. We did the last drive. We had a pickoff and made a play because they still had all the momentum. We captured a little bit of that back with a touchdown. But with this offense, man, it doesn't take them long.
G has had an insane second half, but 3 interceptions. He's looking for Shirley. That one's almost tipped by Freeman again.
Yeah, we're jumping under and over the routes. So if he's not pinpointing, he's good. So it's trouble, but we're under and over it now.
Coming in on 4 minutes to play. Cabot with all 3 timeouts. Pressure on Lee Vern Floyd with the big sack.
Attaboy, Lee Vern stayed with the quarterback. I mean, G's been able to get out of that all night long, and he had a good rush, good angle. G had no chance there. That's a huge loss. Third and what, 18? No. Yeah, 19.
Loss of 14 on the play. The sack from Lee Vern Floyd. Set up the screen to Bell. Proc wrapping him up.
Yeah, they're going for it here. It's 4th and 11, but they picked up 8 there. It is definitely 4-down territory. Big play here.
Classy students trying to get this fan base fired up. 4th and 11 for Cabot. G looking over the middle, and he's got a completion down to Carmack.
Wow, boy, he took a lick there. I mean, the ball was bang, bang, and he's down.
Big hit there. Carmack has had an incredibly productive night here in the second half. He is still down on the field. Let's take a 30-second break and finish out this crazy game here in Cabot. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway Court.
When you're looking for a new home in Conway, why not call on someone who knows the city better than anyone? Velda Luters with Coldwell Banker RPM Group. She has 25 years of experience and understands every aspect of the home buying and selling process. Buying a home can be stressful, but it doesn't have to be. Working with Velda is easy because she knows your needs are unique and she gives you the personalized service it takes to find your perfect home. She loves Conway High Sports and is a longtime supporter of the Conway Wampus Cats and Lady Cats. Find current listings at her website, veldaluters.com, or give her a call.
Back in Cabot, first play after the injury. G finds J.
Bryce Bohannon in on the tackle there. So you've got, as the coaches like to call it, they've got their dudes out there now. Bryce Bohannon is definitely a football dude playing center field.
2:45 to go. Another first down for the Panthers. Carmack on the sidelines. He's been the big receiving threat here in the second half. G finds J again, and he is taken down quickly by Troy Wiseman.
Going to make them use some clock here. You know, you don't want to give up a lot of big chunks, but you're okay with 5-yard pass patterns where they stay in bounds.
If you're Cabot, you don't have to get 7 here. You settle for the field goal. We're going to find Jay again, and he's going to get to that sideline, picking up another first down for the Panthers.
They're watching their receivers. They're getting off the ball really quick. That one looked like it was a little too quick on the outside.
Jay in motion. They'll give it to him on the sweep. Maurice Freeman and Jaden Robinson.
Jaden played that very well. He's had a couple of those plays tonight where he's taken the jet sweep and taking it out of play. 5 is a great football player. He's got some speed.
Approaching the 2-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Cats lead by 10. G looking deep, lofting one up. He finds Birdsong for the 27-yard score.
Now you're not going to get the push off there, even though you'd like to get it called. And our guys are asking for
Garlington,
it. But,
yeah.
And it was, but we haven't got. There's been no calls on that side of the field for us tonight, so you're not going to get that.
So with 1:54 to play here in the fourth quarter, Cabot with a chance here to close that lead down to 3. Conway, 52. Cabot, 49. 154 to go. 30 seconds and we're back here in Cabot.
Education is all about vision. It requires commitment, investment. So we pour ourselves into Conway students and teachers, schools, and scholarships. A brighter future? Now that's powerful. Conway Corp. Always on.
Cabot cutting the lead down to 3. 1:54 to go. Conway bringing their hands team out for this kickoff return, expecting the onside kick.
How many hands teams do you know, Levi? This is a trivia question. How many hands teams do you know has the starting left tackle
yeah.
on the hands team? 73, Jake Williams. This is a hands team. If you're a Conway fan, you know why he's there.
One of these things is not like the other, except he was a starting receiver for you in your first 4 games or 3 games of the season.
Yeah.
Cabot got an onside kick earlier here. Let's see what they do. Ball still loose. Conway will recover.
Yeah, it bounced around a little bit there, a little bit scary, but we were able to recover there. So really good field position here. Obviously that's the upside of getting an onside kick, but we really need to make them chew up their timeouts, number one. Like to get a first down. Take that any way you can get it. Be smart on offense here.
This is one of those situations where you're interested to see what this Mark Kelly offense looks like. You pass the ball 70% of the time, but here you're needing to run out the clock.
Yeah.
Just give it to Jamal Bethune, pick up a gain of 3.
They're going to stack the ball. I'm not sure if there was a Cabot Panther outside of 7 yards on the line of scrimmage. They stacked the line of scrimmage. But if we can get 3 or 4, that's good. So
Cabot calling their first timeout. The 1:46 to go. We'll go ahead and keep this here. So 2nd and 7 coming up for your Wampus Cats. Cabot still with 2 timeouts.
Cabot has scored 7 touchdowns this half. 7 touchdowns this half. And they've been in all kinds of forms. But, I mean, and again, you'd like to, that's not necessarily a huge knock on our defense. That's kind of a strange statement, but really not. Their offense is clicking so well. When you've got an offense that is working it and they are in sync, it's in this day and age, it's hard to stop. And, who would have thought? I mean, it's like a time warp to see Cabot score 49. I mean, my goodness.
Both of these offenses, I mentioned it a few games ago. If you'd gone back to 2006, nobody would believe that this is what these offenses would look like here in 2020. Yeah. So 2nd and 7, Jamal Bethune in the backfield. Cabot stacking that box again. Silverman Barnes in motion. Looked like we drew one of their defensive ends offsides.
Wow.
We'll hand off to Jamal Bethune again. Maybe a gain of 1.
Jamal Bethune brought down number 96, Joseph Thompson.
Got a Cabot defender down on the ground. It's number 18, Jared Whitman.
Cabot used their 2nd timeout. They're down to 1 now.
So let's just call it no gain on that play. 3rd and 7.
Again, in high school ball, if you get into the neutral zone, if you cross the ball and cross the line of scrimmage, that's offsides. It's a dead ball foul. Their defense and our coaches are asking the official about it. Fimple's out there asking him about it. Didn't get the call, but he was across the ball and no call.
Just a miss.
Yeah, just missed it.
Missed call there. We've had a few of those go the way of, not the way of your Wampus Cats tonight. It's been one of those nights. And they have, you mentioned 7 touchdowns from Cabot. Conway scored, I think, 3 in this second half as well. So 10 touchdowns.
Yeah,
in the second half.
That's right. 3 touchdowns and a field goal from your Wampus Cats. They had 21 at half, and they've got 52 now.
So this is where it gets really interesting to me. 3rd and 7. What do you do?
Well, Mark Kelly. I mean, you know, he's got a huge bag of tricks. They're going with the quick set.
Going to give it to Bryce Bohannon, the senior. 3 touchdowns tonight and a big first down.
All right, I'm really shocked that you and I, Levi, both of us, not saying, well, what you do on 3rd and 7 with the game on the line is give it to Bryce Bohannon. That's what you do.
Clock ticking, 90 seconds to play.
They're down to 1 timeout, Levi.
For the first time all night, Conway not quick to get up to that line.
First time all season, just about. They'll take it all the way down to the end. May even use a timeout here. No, they're going to work.
Handoff to Jamal again. He's happy to get a gain of 2. Cabot going to call their final timeout with 1:01 to play.
Want to go back to the play call? I mean, seriously, what you do is you know, you don't really want to throw it there because anything can happen. A batted ball, you know, a tipped ball, an incompletion, which is what you don't want. Student section's going a little bit crazy. They're really excited now. But what you do is you know they're going to stuff the middle. They're waiting for you to just run it up the middle to call timeout. That's what we've done prior to that. What do? You give it to Bryce Bohannon on jet sweep. He gets a first down. I mean, he was hit with about 3 yards to get to the line of the game and carried a defender over that spot. Bryce Bohannon, I mean, not only 208 yards, something like that, and 3 touchdowns, and now in the biggest moment of the game, you give it to Bryce Bohannon, and he does that. Awesome job.
It looks like they're coming out victory formation. They're going to kneel here on 2nd and 8. Guess they think they got the numbers.
Well, they do, because it's 34, so it's off by about 17 seconds. They snap it one more time and it's ball game.
A wild night here in Cabot. Your Wampus Cats had a 21-0 lead heading into halftime. And Cabot comes out, puts 14 on the board real quick in the 3rd quarter, and then scores 7 touchdowns total here in the second half. Your Wampus Cats answering back and forth affair. They get the big 3rd interception on G.
And that's your ball game.
And Conway gonna move to 1-1 in 7A Central play, taking down the number 4 ranked undefeated Cabot Panthers here at Panther Stadium.
Oh, what a huge win by the Wampus Cats. You don't know what to expect out of the North Little Rock game. There's a lot of things there. There's a lot of storylines to kind of try to conquer there. You come into a Cabot 4th-ranked team. They're 4-0. They've got everything going for them. The Wampus Cats trying to figure out exactly how to get a big win. You jump out. You expected that kind of from the Conway side. We just felt like we were going to be ready to go, and we were. Blanked them in the first half. Blanked their offense. Come out, take a gut punch. 14 points in the first 3 minutes of the second half. And they even come back and take a lead. And we bounce right back. This is a quality win by your Conway Wampus Cats.
Huge night in all 3 phases of the game. 6 touchdowns. 6 touchdowns for Ben Weiss. Over 200 receiving yards and 3 scores for Bryce Bohannon. The huge first down here to seal it in the final minutes, and 3 interceptions from this Conway defense. Every time they had to answer the call, they were able to do it, and they get their first conference win of the season. Some happy Wampus Cats down there on the field, some happy Wampus Cat fans back in Conway. Whew, that was a night.
Wow.
On behalf of Javon, John, Maggie, Ryan, Kara back home in Conway, Justin doing our social media, and Scott Stats Taylor supplying us all the numbers all night. On behalf of the entire Conway Corp crew, he's Tim Roach. I'm Levi Gilbert. We'll see you back home in Conway next week, taking on Fort Smith Northside. Final score, 52-49. Conway wins here in Cabot. See you next week.